Hey everyone! We wanted to thank you for sharing your time with us every week. Hazel and I love talking Destiny and interviewing guests and community members out there in the Destiny universe.
However, we do realize that we produce a lot of content in our shows, and it might get a little crazy at times.
Yeah, especially with all of Hazel's getting off the rails, the rabbit holes, and whatever theories he comes up with next. Jeez.
Son of a bitch.
So, I had all kinds of ideas on how to change the show. We were going to cut the show in half, make it 2 shows, cut out content, send more to our Patreons, you know.
Yeah. Patrick's, really? Come on now. You don't realize all the crazy he had in mind. So, you're welcome.
Hey, man. Don't diss the cat segment. That would have been great. I mean, DMG loves cats.
Okay, maybe we can add a cat segment later. We'll think about it, okay?
We'll talk about it.
So, we're bringing back timestamps ultimately, is where we're going with all this. We'll provide them every week. Just look in the show description for the episode, and you can jump to where you like if you're one of those people that don't have time to, consume a 3-hour podcast all right now.
Yep, right there below the episode. Go look, it's right there. Right there in the show notes. I'll wait.
Nope, they're looking at porn again.
Wait a minute, is Easy back with his skin mags?
We respect your time, and we know you're busy with your week and life and everything else, so check them out.
And later, Guardian.
Come on, man, not that crappy.
And now it's like everyone's just so quiet, so I just turned it up by 20 and it's all good.
Yeah.
Now.
Well, I'm not close to my mic yet. I'm just...
Yeah, that's sort of a thing.
That could probably affect it then, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I'm getting my soundboard warmed up right now.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Bounties. That's all that's going to be playing
Give me my bounties.
in the background.
Give me my bounties.
Yeah. Well, Mo, if you want to, partner up and do the strikes during this, that's fine too.
That's not fair, dude.
What? You can?
No, I can't do it, dude. I can't. I just soloed a legendary Nightfall. I was like, damn, boss killed me twice at the end. I was cussing, man. It's like, I got a show to do. I got to get this shit done.
Dude, why are you doing legendary solo? Oh, fucking bounties.
Yeah, I had to get my bounties done.
Oh, you can do them in a regular strike.
No, these are for next week.
Oh,
No, you said
next
the XP was like super high right now. I went from level 3 to level 5 in one Nightfall.
Yeah.
I was like, I gotta check this out, man.
Guardian down.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 137 of Guardian Downcast. We're a couple gamer dads that love all things in the Destiny universe, and we talk about it. We also interview content creators and community members to find out more about them. We're the show that asks, are you ready for a raid? I'm your host, the Gatr, and my co-host Hazel is here as well. Hey, man, how's your week been?
Oh my god, man. I don't even want to really fucking talk about it.
Really? That bad, huh? Okay.
Yeah, it's been absurd. So our condo association, they sent us an email, because who checks email anymore? So they sent us an email and said, hey, next week the roofers are going to come and they're going to fix like all of our roofs around here. And I'm like, okay, sure. What they didn't say is that they're going to start that at 6:30 in the morning.
Why would they do that to you?
I don't. Because I don't hate enough in this world.
Oh, yes.
So yeah. So that's been going on since I want to say Wednesday.
Wow.
6:30 until 7 p.m.
Oh, sunrise to sunset.
Yeah, exactly. It's glorious. And to make it even more fun, the love I have for working from home is I work in the top floor. in our upper area.
Oh no.
These motherfuckers are like beating the shit out of our roof, and I'm just like I'm like hitting the roof as well. Like, fucking stop. It didn't work though.
Thank God we podcast tonight, right? Oh shit.
Yeah, exactly, because I'm gonna fall asleep any minute. Yeah, and then right before this, my daughter was absolutely losing her mind because we had a moth in the house. It's about 4 inches wide. And she just lost it. She's like, no. She's like, it goes or I go. And I'm like, okay, fine. So, yeah. That's the reason I was a little late getting here.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's cool, man. It's...
Yeah. I'm like, I it makes me long for my days when I used to smoke. I was like, I need a cigarette. That'd be glorious right now.
It's funny. My buddy I play cards with, he doesn't smoke at all, except when we play poker. He plays poker. His wife's not around. He'll grab a cigarette and start smoking. I'm like, dude, you don't smoke? He goes, yeah, I do when I play cards. I'm like, okay. Relaxing, I guess.
I love to smoke. I'd be smoking right now if I could. It'd be amazing.
Oh, man.
I used to smoke. And then it just stopped.
So did Hazel.
Yeah, I woke up one day and was like, I need a cigarette. And I was like, that's my cue to stop right there.
I don't know how I did it. I just like cold turkeyed it. I just said, all right, you know what? I don't need it. I'm only having it because it's to pass time. I don't need it. I don't wake up and go, oh my God, I need a cigarette. I need a cigarette now. So like, well, if I don't need it, then I can just stop. And I stopped. And it was like, wow, would you look at that? If I just don't do it, I don't do it. What a concept. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
I'm not like that. I woke up one morning and I'm just like, yep, you know what? I could use a cigarette. And I was like, all right, that's my cue to stop. And it's I've backslid a couple times, but I still feel the urge like every day to smoke. It's glorious.
Wow. Isn't that crazy? It's just in your head. It's in your brain. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I just wish I actually smoked. So that way it'd go away. It'd be great.
I never got into smoking. You know why I never got into smoking? Because my dad was in construction and all I would smell all day was these guys with cigarettes in their mouth. And I was like, I come home, I'm just like saturated with smoke.
To be fair, that could put you off. So yeah, that's correct.
I couldn't stand it. When I got home from working, I worked in the hot sun all day and smokers all around me. And I'm breathing that secondhand crap. And I'm like, no, hell no. I had to get a shower and get it off me, you know? But yeah, no.
I love the smell of cigarette smoke. So yeah, a friend of mine was smoking in the car a while back. I was like, hey, can you just blow that this way?
Can I give you some secondhand, please? Come on, man. I need some secondhand.
I may have a problem.
Come on, man. Hit me up. I need some secondhand smoke. Come on, man.
I may have a problem.
I just need a hit, man. Just need a hit.
Yeah.
Everyone else like trying to avoid that one smoker on the street, and you're come closer to me, come to my side of the street.
And the ladies are like,
like, you can keep the cough. I'll just take the smoke.
Yeah, no one wants a smoky cough.
Yeah. Oh my God.
How about you, man? How about you?
It's been Elden Ring all week, man. Elden Ring. I mean, this is an awesome game.
If you were any more full of shit.
It's been Destiny, man. Oh,
maybe
man.
1.2 seconds. I was like, what is he talking about? Elden Ring? You must be fucking trolling right now. There's no way.
You know me, man. I just play Destiny. That's me. It's been Destiny, man. I mean, I got a little more work.
What?
I got a little more work done this week, but not much more. I'm going to be a busy boy in the next couple of weeks. I got a lot of catch up to do, but God.
Well, actually, you're going to lose all your damn clients and you won't have to worry about that.
I've been with them for 25 years. They know me. They know I'll take care of them, but it's dude, Destiny's got its hooks in me again. I've never been, my wife even mentioned it. She goes, it's been a while since you've been really hooked on Destiny and you've been really hardcore Destiny. I said, I can't help it, hun. I said, just think of it this way. It's Destiny Christmas once a year. It's Destiny Christmas. I get a week to just play Destiny and just play Destiny. And, it's been great, man. I mean, I've just been, we'll talk about it later in the show, but it's been a great ride. It's just, wow. I just finished on my alt account, I just finished the campaign all solo on Legendary today. And that
Yay.
last fight took me a while. That last fight takes a while. But
that was painful to watch, by the way.
I'm sorry. There was.
He streamed it.
You had to. Yeah, I put it to my YouTube channel today.
It feels painful to watch. I'm kind of glad I missed it. No offense.
It was a 2-parter. It was a 2-parter. So yeah, it was rough. But you know what? I just took my time and I slowly whittled her away, and finally we took care of it. And by the way,
very slowly.
By the way, listeners, we said last week we weren't going to have spoilers. Well, there's going to be some spoilers this week. So when we get to that point, we'll give you a little fair warning. But we're definitely going to talk about the story and the campaign and everything tonight. So we held off a week. We gave you a whole week. So, and I know a lot of podcasts didn't. They just went right into it. And we respected your time that you maybe don't have, the time that we play in Destiny, especially Mo. We'll talk about that too. Mr. Triple Digit Season Pass. Oh my gosh. I think I just
you'll be there too.
I just hit 50 something, I think, this week. I just got over the
hit 77 last time I checked.
It could be
slick with me, buddy.
Oh, somebody's checking stats. All right.
No, I checked when they were online earlier.
He called me out. Yeah, I'm 70 something, but I'm not triple digits yet. But okay, all right. That voice you heard is gee whiz, Mo. We've gone way back, man. I remember the first time I gamed with you. It was
what's the Crown of Sorrow?
Crown of Sorrow. We had to fill those jars at the very end. I can't remember what it was called, what the mechanic was, but
jars were being filled.
We were filling jars.
I know we had to collect I already forgot the mechanics. It's been that long, but
yeah. Has it been a couple of years?
Top Recluse. Let's just say that.
Yeah, exactly. Fun. Yeah, it was fun. We worked well together, and I was like, man, I think I found a new raid buddy. This guy's awesome. I mean, we were working well. But yeah,
so that means you carried him is what that means, by the way.
Mo, did I carry you?
No.
No. He's saying I was carrying you.
No, I said Mo. I did ask it that way. No, Mo wasn't carrying me. We both held our own. We were where we're supposed to be.
To be fair, no word of a lie.
Yeah.
It was pretty 50-50. I wasn't even like,
yeah.
Because obviously because I'd done a few runs before, so I didn't know how it would be, because you always get paired with someone and it's like,
it was my first
you just
run.
Don't know if someone's going to, and because obviously sometimes the people take time to get to the spots, to get to the majors and stuff, and you were just there, and I was like, wow,
I'm ready, man.
Someone okay on my side.
I'm telling you, give me the mechanic, give me a few reps so I can get the mechanic down, and I'm ready. And how many Crown of Sorrows have you done, do you think? Just off the top of your head.
Top of my head, I'm gonna say 10. I don't remember doing that many.
Okay, I've only done 2. I've done 2.
I'll go double check. Because, there's a neat little app.
Sure.
A website.
Well, okay. I haven't even introduced the guy yet. It's a longtime community member whose Twitter feed makes us laugh, and his witty commentary on our past show clips. What can I say? That kind of creativity will get you on our show. Plus, as a bonus, we're going to get to hear his story tonight. It's fellow Destiny gamer and brother from across the pond. It is Mr. MoHafo. How you been tonight, man?
Yay! Hold your applause. A cigar talk. Nah, I'm doing well.
Good.
Thanks for getting me on the show.
Yeah, everyone was like, everyone was like, finally. I'm like, well, there's only 52 weeks in a year, guys. 52
that's
shows.
I'm all thinking, like, finally, like, what? I'm not some, I don't know. Like, I don't think I'm like, he is number one on the list as soon as you make a podcast, because, he is just top 8 here. But, it's fine.
We are happy to have you on tonight, man. I can't wait to talk Destiny tonight. And it's another busy show tonight, listeners. Here's what we have on tap in the queue, so to speak. First, Hazel and I are going to go over and hear Mo's story and ask why he loves this crazy game so much. Then Hazel's going to go over the week at Bungie, also known as the TWAB, Marcus, this week at Bungie. For the second week of Season of the Risen, Mo's going to test his skills tonight in our Fast Fire segment we call the SpeedRun. It's back. And before we go, we're going to answer some community questions and add 2 songs each to our award-winning Guardian Downcast show playlist. All right, boys, let's do it.
Thanks for listening to Guardian Downcast. You can find us on Twitter at Guardian_D_cast.
Or you can find us on our Instagram at Guardian_Down_cast and see what picks our weekly guests want to share with you.
Or, Gatr, just visit our website at guardiandowncast.com for all the contact info and where else to find us. And you can also play any past episodes you like in any order you like, right from your browser.
Don't or me, man. Hey, and while you're at it, follow our Guardian Downcast show playlist on Spotify and iTunes. We post those links in our show description every week.
So check us out, and later, Guardian.
Toddles.
Hey, that's my line, man.
All right, Mo, I want to know all about you, dude. But before we do, I want to give our listeners a little taste of these little clips you do on Twitter. So let's listen to this clip real quick, and then we'll get into it. We did pay for that Vex. We paid for that. It's part of the content.
You paid for the game.
They paid for the game, which the Vex is in.
Not the prizes. You're not guaranteed all the prizes.
This is the entitled part right here. Because just because you pay for something, it doesn't at all mean that you get it.
Yeah. You pay for the chance to get it.
Yeah. You don't pay for a ticket to the football game and go like, hey, I'm paying for a win. You guys fucking suck if you lose.
You know what I'll do? I'll quote 30 and Still Gaming because I agree with this. Give me... I don't even remember the quote. That'll be a soundbite. I'll make that a soundbite just for you guys. I'll make that a soundbite. No, intentionality.
What a quote.
Give me a pack. And that is a sample of those awesome quotes.
It's so funny. It literally made me laugh again. That's just how ridiculous.
I don't know. I think Hazel tried. I don't know. I'm not blaming anybody. Hazel tried to suck me in sometime on some of these topics, and I go out on a limb, and Hazel's like, "All right, have fun," and I'm like, "No, I'm gonna fall off the limb." No. But yeah,
bitch, please, man. Come on. No, that is all you.
I don't.
Man. Nobody put a gun to your head and say,
no.
Hey, you know what?
Hey, quote that in Still Gaming. Go on, do it. I dare you.
No. It's my own making. I don't know. I just get into a conversation. Anyway.
To be fair though, I could see how it can happen. It was worse for me. Like, I don't stream much now, but when I used to stream a bit just to my friends, like they'd ask me something and literally mid conversation, I just forget my train of thought. And I can't game and talk.
Yeah.
It's crazy how some people do it. Especially streamers, they do it all fucking day. Well, I'm just there like, nah, I just lose my train of thought way too quickly.
That's the one thing I've learned lately with my ADHD is that if I don't say it at the top of my head, it just is gone. It's really weird. It just disappears. And you could say, well, you're just being lackadaisical or whatever, but it happens all the time. And this is the reason why I always talk over Hazel, because something will come to my mind. And now I have a little notepad next to me here, and I try to write it down, but it's still hard to do. So, Mo, how you been, man? How's life treating you?
Before we carry on, I want to interject just quickly because I'll forget this. But when I was first listening to the podcast, either I won't forget, but I don't know if I'd be able to bring it into a conversation randomly. But when I first listened to the podcast, I really did think Gatr, relax. Let him talk. He was saying something. and then obviously then later on, you explained how you either went to find out that you have ADHD or something. And along those lines, now that that's probably why sometimes you have to just hurry up and get your stuff out of the way in case you forget.
Right.
So I totally get it now. But obviously before I was just there oh my God, let him talk. Let them talk or let whoever talk. But then obviously, now I know. So
you know how many
times
you're
not being a dick.
You know how many times my wife kicks me under the table and says, "Let him talk."
Try to fucking go and try it one more time.
Yeah, exactly.
You talk one more time.
It's actually she'll pinch me, she'll kick me underneath the table. She's like,
"Say what? One more again."
Yeah, she's like, "Let your mom and dad talk."
Okay, moving on. We have a guest.
Yes,
put it back in your pants. We ain't talking about you. All right.
So Mo, how you been, buddy? How's life treating you?
I've been pretty well. I I can't deny having 2 weeks off work for Destiny release is always great. I always do that because, let's be honest, I don't really know what else to do with my holidays. During the rest of the year, it's like I'll fit it in. It's kind of funny. It's always like it's spread out across, well, say in the course of a year, say basically I have a week off for a new season and then a week off for another new season and then one random week, like if I desperately need it or just want to have it off just because I feel like it's been too long since I've been off. And then there's always like 2 weeks I leave for an expansion.
It's Destiny Christmas.
Yeah, I'm in the expansion part and I'm going absolutely crazy. Literally no life in the game, but it's fine. It's fine because it's okay.
Yeah, usually hit it hard and then you back off. Once work starts cranking up again, you start you kind of I
was like that.
Yeah,
I was like that even last season because obviously it was long season, but I just thought like, man, this season's long. I'm not normally like that. Like I know during Arrivals, like I played pretty much the whole season, mainly because like the interference missions and stuff called for it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But this time around, I was like, there's no like. I looked at my entire PlayStation library and I'm like, there's too many games here. I looked at my PC library and I'm like, I've added more games to it. Why have I done that? And I just had to. I had to get some of them games done anyway.
Yeah, it was a good time to play other games because of such a long season.
And the best time to do it, honestly, because you don't feel like you're missing too much.
Nope.
And the only thing you're really missing out on is, well, no, you're not missing out on anything. You just have to cram it in at a later date, but you can get that done. Even like GMs, if I really went for it, I could have got it in the last week. But then part of me was like, yes, and then part of me was like, no. Because I just like, well, I already got the title. I don't really get anything besides a neat little gold number updated. So I just said, nah.
Yeah.
But I almost pulled Hazel and did it, but I thought I'd let Hazel take all the glory,
I'm guessing you're from your accent, you're not from the States. So where are you from?
I am. I just migrated I've actually been from the UK for so long, but I'm actually living in the States. No, I'm kidding. There's no way.
Really? You almost had me.
No. Nah, there's no way. I mean, I don't know. I wonder how it would be. Like, I feel like I definitely would change how I sound. Mm-hmm. Not like subconsciously. Like sometimes I just do it when talking to people. Like, sometimes you just do it. I don't know if it's just a me thing, but yeah. I know if I'm talking to people from, let's say middle school / college, anywhere from there to maybe work colleagues, and then from there to like people I talk to online, like playing Destiny. I feel like I all talk a different way to certain folks. Like with my students that I had from middle school, I'd be more slang. Mm-hmm. Whereas with coworkers, it's just me being an airhead and just trying to get through the shift. And then playing Destiny, it's just meeting new people and just interacting with them how I normally would in a workplace kind of thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're having way more fun here.
Speaking of workplace, what do you do, man?
Work in a stockroom. It's pretty exhilarating for recent times, actually seeing whenever a shipment comes in and it's like, PS5s? Wow! People can start buying them again? And then you don't see them again. Or sometimes you stock them up the night before and you come in the next day and they're all gone. You're like, wow, okay, cool. I mean, I got mine's pretty much, well, not really recently. I'd say it was about December time? No, probably January time. Mm-hmm. January 2020. Mm-hmm. So I still got it relatively early to most folks, but I don't think I would have got it that early if I wasn't working.
Yeah.
And the
first one,
but a manager, an interim manager that we had just hooked me up, and I was like, I don't even know you that much, but I love you.
That's a good guy right there.
Yeah, one absolute legend. But then, I'm not gonna lie, the PS5 has just been a really expensive wireless router that's been. See, I mean, I've played games here and there, especially during the last year, but for most 2020, it was just on PC. Just prefer it.
Yeah, I get that. I played on both.
I mean, not that I prefer it. I just prefer like the input now. Like I like how stable everything is. Like shooting weapons, I feel like I have more range with on PC.
Can you go
and
back?
I just hate like.
Can you go back to controller, or is mouse and keyboard your main thing now?
I can go back to it. I can, especially because I got one of those really good OLED TVs I'm in the middle of setting up. So once I do, I'll have a really good PlayStation 5 experience too. So that'll mainly be for single player games. But Destiny will look pretty good as well.
Yeah, it looks good on
Very
PS5.
awesome.
It looks good. Yeah, I don't know what resolution it is, but I haven't had really any hiccups other than you can tell it's chugging. I don't know if it's the API system in Destiny right now, but everything is kind of lagging just a little bit at least on PS5. I don't know if it's the same way on PC. Like when you hover
sometimes
over,
it does.
like when you hover over something to look at a mod or something.
Yeah, I mean, that usually only happens during, like, expansion time, because, people just, even recently, like, I think either someone was saying it in your last episode, or if it's a different episode entirely, or a different podcast, because, they all just merged together in my head. But it was, like, I think maybe you were saying, Gator, like, it was taking a few seconds.
Yeah, I know, I said this last week, that PS5 should be churning, man. And this thing was, I'm not used to this delay. And you're right, man, it's probably just the servers are just getting taxed right now.
I mean, if they're getting taxed in that way, but everyone can still play the game, I'm okay with it.
I'm fine with that. I'm absolutely fine with that. Yeah.
And I definitely agree with what Hazel said. Like, hey, I'm sorry, PS4 players, but because of you, I got to play, and I'm okay with it.
Zaniac was so pissed. Oh, poor Zaniac. He's trying to keep up with you too. He mentioned in the Discord tonight, he goes, "Oh man, this is our time, Larry." Larman Kentucky is who I'm speaking to. He goes, "This is our time to catch up with Mo because he's got a podcast tonight." I'm like, I don't think so, man. He'll probably be doing both.
I could leave these strength playlists really quickly and just go do it. No, I don't really want to anymore.
Yeah,
maybe a little bit later.
This is still helping you rank up, though.
True. XP, still XP.
XP, baby. XP. Give me my bounties. XP.
No. I just do them like once I've done all pinnacles and I have nothing else to do, but I still want to play the game and like partially do other stuff. Then I do them. I don't just do it for the sake of doing it. But then I guess when I'm at this season rank level, you can't really say I'm not just doing it entirely for a reason. Like, yeah. But I don't know. I have no excuses. All right. That's it. All right. Next topic, please. Let's just move on.
No shame. No shame. It's okay.
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not crying. Fine.
All right, sir. So it's okay. We'll break out the couch and you can lay down for a therapy session later. It's okay. So what was one of your earliest moments in video gaming that you remember?
I want to say it's either a toss-up between a Mortal Kombat game or Mario, some sort of Mario. Like, like it's so long ago, like I don't even know what the games were. And after that, I don't play Nintendo Switch or anything, so I don't know like how the games evolve. Like Mario, people say Mario Odyssey or whatever. I'm like, what? Well, I know Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but that's different. That's not Mario. But like, yeah, but I know I had a Nintendo 64, which is wild. Especially considering like how I know my parents are now. They don't really care for gaming. So I don't know how I got my hands on that. Probably off my cousin brother's my safe bet. I usually he used to buy, I'm guessing I had the Nintendo 64 and then he had the Nintendo GameCube and then I had the Nintendo GameCube. So he was always like, here you go. Here's a new console. Like little old me like, yes, new. Even though like it could probably be like a 5-year-old console. I wouldn't even know. Cause you're just a kid. You're like, yes, games. New games.
Plug it into
and
the
I don't
TV.
have to fucking put a little cartridge in and then fucking blow it out every single time it doesn't want to work. It was great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'd say it started off with Nintendo 64, then Nintendo GameCube, PS1, PS2, Xbox 360, PS3, PS4, and then PS5, and then PC.
There we go.
So that's the gradual.
Nice.
Gradual, yeah. That's how I went up. Somehow remember it all.
Any other games like stand out that you like?
I know. I'm assuming maybe PlayStation 2. No, probably PlayStation 3. GTA Vice City. I love that game.
I remember that.
Obviously, everyone was like, "Oh, San Andreas." I'm like, I never played it. And the one time I bought it from like a, how do I explain this? Not thrift market, not a thrift shop or whatever, but like, well, in the UK we call it car boot sale. I have no idea what the hell you'd call it. Basically, just yeah. And like, I was like, wow, this game costs nothing. And then I put the CD in and I'm like, oh, it doesn't even work. So after that, I just never, ever like got around to playing San Andreas. But I think mainly when I started off early, it was like lots of FIFA because I just like playing football, and every one of my mates like playing the football game. So we'd always like either compete with each other or play on our own for like God knows how long. Then it went on to fighting games because like I'd always get whooped by a friend of mine, and it's always like, son of a, I have to get better at comboing stuff. So yeah, he always inspired me to just try and get better in that regards. And then after that, it was mainly COD a little bit. It wasn't too much. Like I started pretty late, way later than those guys did anyway. Like maybe Modern Warfare 3. And then shortly after that, it was just Destiny. And oh my God, especially during, I guess high school days is what you'd call it, but college for us. Man, I'd go in and like I have an hour or 2 hours free or a study lesson. And I'm like, yeah, I don't need a study lesson. I'm going to go home. Because obviously it was just like, you can use it as a way to catch up on stuff. If you already got everything done, you can just go. So I just thought, yeah, I got everything done. I can just go. And then just went home. Because back then the reset times were earlier as well. It was like 10 a.m. UK.
Right.
So I'd just go home and it's like, all right, shit, what's everyone doing? VOG? Nightfall? Let's go for it. And yeah, you could tell it was crazy because even like a lot of my mates were playing it, like people that, you wouldn't, well, they told me about the game and it's like they actually were playing it weekly, had a clan and everything. And it was crazy because then obviously like as time goes on, they branch out, like, you know, people just fall out of love with some games and, or maybe they have like a crazy passion for like other games. Like, you know, people play Warzone quite a bit, or I know early on when Fortnite came out, they were just going crazy for it. Not for me, or even Overwatch. But yeah, you know, different strokes, different folks, I guess. But just enjoy what they're enjoying. It's fine. But obviously before I was like a bit younger, so I was like, why aren't you playing Destiny? Just play Destiny. And now I'm like, it's fine. Because I actually have people to play with. I don't have to be like, man, if you guys don't play. That was the worst thing because I'd always try and get like a raid done or something, and I could never get it done because like there would be like one or two people, surprisingly at that time, having schedules. Like, you're not even that old. What schedule? But yeah, it was crazy at that time. Now it's more like fine. Like I just log in, I reset. I have shit to do. All right, cool. LFG. Or if I have people online, then fine. I'll play with people online, and it's not an issue. Yeah, I feel like I've talked a lot.
No,
we're letting you talk, man. That's what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, I know. I just feel like have I mentioned everything? Or have I not lost my trail? Like I started somewhere and I just went somewhere else.
All right, man. No, we're here for you, man.
Yeah, you actually kind of left open a segue there, so I'm going to take it and run with it. So you mentioned Destiny 1. So what was it about Destiny 1 that hooked you?
I think it was definitely the game. Like, well, idiot. No, it was the Grimoire cards. Clearly, my Grimoire score really kept me going. Now, I think, firstly, it was new to me. I've never played a game like that before. Like something that's MMORPG, but like not really MMORPG because, you know, who knows how to define it really. Somewhat MMO with RPG elements. Let's just go with that.
Bungie can't even describe it, but yeah.
Yeah, so how the fuck are we supposed to?
Action, first person shooting action MMO RPG?
Yeah.
Oh God, I don't know.
Yeah, you lost me at first.
Well, you know what though? That's exactly my point though about Destiny. There's really nothing out there like it. Is there?
Yeah.
I mean,
you play a lot of computer games. There might be other games.
Yeah.
Yeah, there might be some other games, but it's like, I don't know. It's just the way how it plays. I just prefer it.
It's just not Destiny, man.
That age-old thing is just not Destiny. No, I think it's definitely like when they mentioned it as well. Like, oh, you guys don't play Destiny during the beta, and it's like, what's Destiny? And they didn't explain it. Just play the game. I'm like, all right, cool, nice explanation, I guess. And then slowly, as I got to play it, and I was like, just in the starting area of the Cosmodrome, I was just like, I need more. Why am I locked to this one mission or one strike or whatever the hell it was? And it's like, I need more. I need to play this more. And I just hooked. And it was a good game because like once we were done playing like a story mission or something, you'd just be sitting in the tower and just talking to your friends, and you talk about random shit, or even like, sometimes talking about deep personal stuff, but you could literally go to the tower and do whatever the hell you want, and it's fine. And we were there for like hours. Some days we'd finish a raid like at midnight, but then we'd be there to like maybe 2, 3, maybe even 5 in the morning, just talking. And it's just crazy. Like, and then I guess that's what harvests like relationships within friends and attachments to game and such. And then, it just went from there. Really liked, the raids once I finally got into them. Took a while because, played the game and I was like, is that it? Because obviously it was a bit of it's not really a bleak story. There was a lot of story, but it's like not much to comprehend. Like darkness, wow, great. What the hell was that? Gatelord's like, cool. What's the Gatelord? Who's this queen? You know what I mean? And it's like, obviously I'm not a crazy lore guy, so I'm not going to go look up lore cards and stuff. I even say every time, I need to get into the lore, but I just can't. Maybe I just don't want to read. I find it easier to watch like a Myelin video than it is or a Myelin stream or a Vive stream or something than actually go out and seek it myself. Yeah, I think it was mainly so I played the game, gave the game away because I was like, there's nothing else to do in this game. There's a raid coming out, oh, big whoop. And then the raid, I got it back in Dark Below because I'm like, oh yeah, this game has expansions. Why did I not think of that? So I bought the game back. Either I bought the game back or got it off my mate because he was like, oh, I'm not playing Destiny anymore. So I was like, cheers. I sold the game for money, and then I got the game for free. Happy with that. Win-win.
Nice.
And then, just played Dark Below, and then played the Crow raid, and then after that, got to experience Vogue. And then later on, friends came back for Taken King. We did the King's Fall raid. Didn't play much in year 3, but like I played enough, but then obviously, was there? No, there was a drought during Taken King. So then up until Rise of Iron. So then didn't really do many raids, didn't have a group. So I missed out on all the really cool ornaments. But at the same time, Destiny 1 ended. So it doesn't feel that bad. Like I didn't have these sick ornaments and then, new game.
See, this is the one thing that people forget about. The veterans out there. There used to be like 3 to 6 month droughts, Mo, back in the day?
There was nothing. I think the Taken King one was a lengthy one.
Well, what do you think now with the seasonal approach, how they're doing things? Do you think this at least keeps us satiated until, from season to season? That way there's always constant content coming in, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily mind it. I know before I used to mind it, but that's just because in my head I just thought, when it first happened, I was like, man, I really want an expansion to happen. And then it's like, oh, here's your few story missions. Right. Here's 2 strikes. Oh no, here's your story missions that will be turned into strikes. And then here's, did they have raids? I don't know. Maybe just story missions and strikes, but it's like, you'd have potentially like new destinations. And then from then on, you'd be like, okay, cool. You could consume it all and go crazy, and then you could take a break. But then at the same time, it felt a bit stale. Like, yeah, you got it all done, but then now there's nothing. It's like you can't really win. Like, you can get it all done.
But dude, I remember playing the Dreadnought so much. I had dreams about the Dreadnought. I think maybe that big drought between Taking King and what was it? What was the next thing? Was it Destiny 2, right?
Taking King and Rise of Iron.
Rise of Iron. I remember. Yeah, that's right. It's
okay if you don't remember.
It yeah, like I said. But I remember, man, I would go and play Dreadnought every morning before work. Even if I did nothing to do, it was just fun to shoot the Cabal, in the face and see their little helmets blow off. And you know.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy how Dreadnought and even Cosmodrome, like, I spent so much time on Patrol.
Oh my God, yes.
And it's like randomly just harvesting materials and stuff. And it's like, why am I doing this? Like, now I'm thinking back on it, I'm like, why was I doing that? But I guess sometimes if I'm not doing a raid or something, that's just how I pass the time. And it was okay. Like, I was just, you know, put some music on and just chill.
Yeah, exactly.
Play the game how I want.
And
it was all right. Yeah.
Can't explain it, Mo. It's no other game does this to me. I can just sit here and just mindlessly just shoot stuff, complete bounties, whatever, and have fun. I'm entertained. It keeps me busy. But now with the seasonal model, I just think it's nice. And Hazel even mentioned it a couple seasons ago, how they're unraveling the story every week. A little bit more of the story, a little bit more of the story. And they're doing that now. So, God, at least we don't have the droughts anymore.
But see, those droughts, though, I kind of miss those droughts.
Why?
Because now it's like you always have to tune in.
See, that's my pros and cons list. Because obviously, when we first switched over to these seasonal methods as opposed to big expansions, I was initially like, that's it. And then it was like, oh, you had the whole like roadmap. But even then, like when we had the roadmap, those were much worse than it is now. Because before it'd be like, oh, this week you have, I don't know, let's say Wellspring for this week. And then in 2 weeks time, you'll have Wellspring attack or defend. Like if we're judging it by all seasonal. And then in 4 weeks time, you'll have an exotic quest. I just felt so annoyed. Like I had to come back in 2 weeks time to do this. And then in 3 weeks time to do this. Not that I had to come back, but it's like, I don't know. Because you never know with Bungie, like, if it's a time thing, because...
Yeah.
Well, they don't do it anymore, but I know in D1 they did with, like, Queen's Wrath. Like, I never played, obviously, I sold the game then, but it's like, I don't know, would have been nice if I knew about that shit. But I guess back then it was just, you know, they didn't really have clear, like, whole year goals. I'm guessing they just had, like, expansion to expansion goals.
You wouldn't hear anything. It would be like, you hear nothing from Bungie, and you're like, well, I heard something on a news outlet that they might be mentioning something coming up, but we didn't have TWABs. We didn't have This Week at Bungie's.
Yeah, they existed.
They weren't, not during those droughts, man. I don't remember them anyway. I don't remember.
To be fair, back then I wasn't using Bungie.net, so you could tell me they did have TWABs or they didn't, and I'd be like, yeah, you're right. Oh, no, you're wrong. I have no idea.
Well, that's true, because now we all tune into Bungie.net. So, I mean, even with our character creation or whatever, I mean, it's all tied together now. It's great when the UI. But, well, let me ask you a few more specific questions here. We know you like to raid. We know you like to do Nightfalls and GMs and stuff. I'm assuming you're prepped and ready for the day one raid tomorrow?
I was prepped on day one. If we're going by, like, you know, 15:30, the requirement, then yeah, I was fine then. Yeah. But yeah.
Did you run the legendary solo?
Yeah. Run all 3. It was pretty nice. Week 1.
Right.
Felt pretty good. Wow. It's just, the first time, I think the first playthrough is always great because, you have to figure out, like, you can't, I mean, it's not like I did run around like an airhead, like playing Patrol or something, but it does get you thinking, like, okay, I have some safe zones here and here, and I just got to avoid that motherfucker over there because he's going to nuke my ass as soon as I see him.
Right.
But it was fine because I had a blinding grenade, and I just feel like it's just so ridiculous with a blinding grenade. As soon as I enter a room, I just fire off grenades all the time, and that's it. Everyone in the room's blinded, and they just don't know what to do because while they're bewildered, I'm just taking them all down one by one. Well, and I got a bit too used to that as well. But that's good. I mean, I feel like that's a good way to even raid.
I had this question. I crafted this question because there's a lot of people out there who are a little intimidated about raiding. And my question is, what would be the first thing you would recommend to a first-time raid player? Someone who's thinking about jumping in and raiding, maybe some pointers on maybe to how to approach it, since you do a lot of raiding? So,
yeah, I'd say for starters, people learn differently. Like, I could watch everyone and their fucking mom under the sun make a video about that raid, but I won't learn anything until I'm actually in the raid.
Right.
Like I know what's gonna happen. Like, they say, oh yes, in halfway through this boss battle, they'll have a shield, or you'll need this, and this is how you get the shield down, or, whatever the mechanic might be. But I feel like the best way to learn is just by doing it. And especially with LFG, like I've seen so many posts, even like just today, like I've seen someone saying, Vox Obscura, the exotic mission, like, oh, I've not done it before, willing to get through it. And it's like, and then some people joined, and people will try and help if they can, if they want to, if they have the time. But as long as you mention it, that's fine. It's when people don't mention it, that's the problem. Cause there's so many people that join the raid, and if the raid states like, oh, I know what to do. And they're like, yeah, I know what to do. Or they join, but they don't know what to do. And it's like, just say it. Like, it's not difficult. Like, no one's going to be upset. Unlike, no one's going to accept you into a raid group and then be like, oh, we thought you knew everything, because then you would have told them beforehand, kind of thing.
Yeah. So be honest and upfront if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. Especially if you, and on LFG. And then once you even, like, especially if you're in a big Discord or a clan full of folks and stuff, like people are listening on this podcast, like, you'll have people running raids all the time. Right. So if you just at least mention it, it's fine. Like, maybe that run takes an hour longer than it should. But as long as people know that this is a Sherpa run, I don't think anyone minds it too much.
I have a follow-up. I want to ask Hazel this too, because you both do LFGs. I don't touch LFGs. I've had such bad experiences in the past. Have you found that LFGs have improved or are more friendly now, or are they all the same as in the past?
Yeah, I didn't use it much to comment. Like, I didn't use it much to I didn't even know what LFG was. Actually, like, maybe I did. Maybe I was just put off it. I don't know. But I know in Destiny 1, I think I mentioned this on Guardian Hub, but I had a clan and they were like pretty toxic. Like the leader was always like, oh, where you guys are, come on, we need to get a raid done at this and this time. And it's like, mate, the person that was talking, it's like the leader forgot that there are people in there that are literally parents. Like, they have lives and stuff. They can't just log in at reset and knock out 3 raids back to back to back, or do all the nightfalls and whatever the hell they wanted to do. So, like, that really, like, jarred my experiences on a clan. Mm-hmm. And then later on, what did I find first? I want to say later on I found Destiny Reset. Mm-hmm. And then through them, found Guardian Hub. And then through them, found 2 Times and a Hunter and GDC. And then, just it went from there. But I think since my friend on PC got, she bought Destiny 2 and Shadowkeep probably. Mm-hmm. Cause I recommended it or something, or maybe she just wanted to buy it. I don't know. No idea. But I'd noticed, like, sometimes I just log on and she'd be like, oh yeah, I got the Nightfall done. I'm like, oh, hello, just LFG down. I was like, huh, yeah, you can do that, right? That's the thing. And then I just started LFGing all the time. And it's crazy because I can literally log in. Like, this is the one thing, it's not like really a bad thing against, like the Guardian Hub, GDC, the whole raid bot thing.
Oh yeah.
I don't mind having.
Yeah, the Alliance.
I don't mind having like a set time and something, but sometimes I like logging on and being like, all right, but I don't even think about it time-wise. I just think, you know what? I'm feeling like a raid today, or I'm feeling like I want to do a strike, and I can just willy-nilly just go into whatever I want. Mm-hmm. I can just search up for it, and people are wanting to do it.
Yep. Exactly.
Because way back when in Destiny 1, it's always like, I want to do a raid. Oh, but no one wants to do it. Okay, well, I'll wait till the end of the weekend. I'll wait till the end of the weekend. Oh, I can't get the raid done. Obviously, it's different because you have raid bot and people actually do join up, and, all the people that say they want to do it do end up showing up and doing it. But it's just, I just sometimes like sometimes I can come from work and just play for like 2 hours and be an absolute goblin at 5 a.m. Or sometimes wake up really early in the morning and play with like folks in EU or even Asia. And then later on in the day, like, America and stuff, and it's fine. So I think LFG is a really good way to just sometimes just get what you need done. Obviously, it also helps once you go on LFG, you also have people, like, they even send you friend requests. Even though half the time, I'll promise, I'll go through my friend requests and I'm just there like, I don't know a few of these people, but I'm assuming I added them because they were cool. So I'll leave them in. It's not like anyone's toxic.
Right.
But yeah, the toxic ones just go.
Yeah, there.
But then again, yeah, I think you were talking about experiences with LFG with how it was toxic and with some people, or like some people say toxic. Sometimes they are, but again, that's just a bad group that you joined up with.
Do you think do you think it's more prevalent, or is it gotten better, or worse, or the same, or? I
think it's much like the game, very orangey. Like you just don't know who you're gonna get grouped up with, especially when activities don't call for communication. You're fine, like seasonal events, Days of Eternity, stuff like that. When you don't need a microphone, it's fine.
Right.
When you're doing a raid, more often than not, like I tend to just avoid raid postings that say stuff like, "Oh, bring this, bring that." It's like, especially if I know what to do. Like it's like I know what to do.
Right.
I'll join like know what to do posts, but I won't join. Oh, bring this, bring that, be good or kicked. I'm like, all right,
must have Galloway.
What are you expecting? Yeah, it's like, I'll use this fucking bow. I won't, but I fucking will.
Fight me. Hazel,
I'm down this fucking hill.
Hazel, I asked that both of you guys. Do you have anything to add to that? I don't want to belabor the point too much, but I want to make sure you got some input on it.
Well, I mean, kind of like what he said. I mean, I think that I haven't really had like too many bad experiences with LFG, even in D1. I mean, D1 was, I would say probably way more toxic than D2, just because, I was on Reddit, in D1 doing it like that. So, if you were on Reddit and you were like looking for a game, it was assumed that you knew what the hell was going on.
I see.
So, and in D1, I knew what the hell was going on, so I was okay with that. Nowadays, I'm less sure about, like, myself. Like, it's kind of crazy because I shouldn't be. Like, with VOG, I'm like, I know VOG inside and out and everything else, but I always get a little apprehension whenever I see, like, a know what to do post. It's like, ooh. It's like, I'm like, are these guys going to be tryhards or what? And then the other thing with LFG is that, I've been LFGing Grandmasters with no comms.
Wow.
So, and that just feels really good because it's, 3 random people not talking and they're all working for the same goal.
Wow, no mic.
So, yeah.
That was me like a few seasons ago. And it was like, I swear, like the first GM that came out for whatever season it was like Devil's Lair. And I got it done with no comms and I was like, it can be done. And then I got a later one done a season after for Glassway. And I was like, I didn't even need communication for that. That's crazy. Yeah, I think half the time, a good way of like tuning out how intimidating it could be is I just think of it as I need to get a raid done. I need to get my pinnacles done for this week. So I just go in and I just get it done. Get it done, everyone like, GG's. Yeah, see you later. Have a good one. And then you're on to the next thing. So you're basically just seeing it as your checklist. And the main reason is I go crazy with pinnacles during the start season because I just want the pinnacle cap done. Like I just want it done. It's finished. I don't have to worry about it. I don't do anything. And now I can play the game exactly how I want to. If I have any seasonal quest, I can do that. If I just want to log on and shoot shit in the face for no apparent reason, I'll do that. Get some triumphs or challenges done. I can do that. But I don't have to think about it in the back of my mind. I'm like 2 or 3 levels off. And it only really matters if you're trying to do the end game stuff. Cause like Wellspring Master is 1580. It's fucking ridiculous. I'm still 1567, but they all have red bars on them. And it's brutal. No joke. Especially, yesterday I tried it. I was on a Weather Radiance Warlock. It was brutal. Like, got to the second section and then we just ran out of time. And then I was just like,
whoa.
You know what? I don't need
this timer?
Yeah, you have about 10 minutes or something.
I hate timers. Quit putting timers on.
It ain't so bad, but it's more noticeable on like the master difficulty. But again, once you hit the pinnacle cap and you'll have like plus 20 in artifact, it probably will be better.
Right.
Or easier much easier, I assume.
Sure.
I wonder you're doing it to get the Ascendant alloys, because, you know,
I
those
hate
materials
timers,
are
dude.
pretty rare.
Quit telling me how to play my game. If I want to take my time through an event, let me take my time. Don't put the more pressure on me. It's already hard enough to stay alive. Now you're going to tell me I only have so much time? I hate that crap, man. I hate that stuff. It's false difficulty. I hate it.
At the same time, though, I kind of like time stuff just because, like, I don't want to be in an activity for like a quarter of an hour.
That's true. You know how much time you'll be in it. That's true.
Exactly.
Like, with a raid, it's like, okay, fair enough. You already like you just know you got to set aside at least, if it's a short raid, an hour, and if it's a longer raid or with newer folk, you got to set aside 2-3 hours. But you kind of know, you kind of can gauge that time.
Right.
I think, especially if you're doing like a seasonal activity, like if it's gonna be upwards to half an hour, I just don't think I'll do it. It's just, I just can't stay interested or give a shit to get through it.
I get it.
Obviously, I'll do it for a quest, but once it's done, I don't care. I won't care about it at all.
All right. Hazel, I'm looking at the clock here. You want to throw another question his way?
Well, so one question for you would be, I'm going to ask you to sell somebody on something. Okay. So I need you to don your sales.
He's talking about me.
Oh.
He's talking about me.
Salesman. Okay.
Yeah. I need you to don your salesman, your hat here.
I usually work in the back. I don't try and sell shit to customers, but I'll try. I'll try.
Yep. Exactly. So, okay. Sell Gatr on doing a GM.
See, I told you.
All right, Gatr. You see every exotic that you have in the vault?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't it be nice to have it all masterworked?
Oh.
Wouldn't it be nice to have all the fucking mods you want, or having the highest difficulty mods you want, and not worry about materials or leveling up? Because you have an abundance of materials?
That would be nice. You're selling
Wouldn't
me.
it? Well, yeah. It sounds like it would be nice, but it doesn't feel like it would be nice for you, does it?
Well, I know Miss Gemma Rambetta. She had everything masterworked. I could not believe my eyes when she showed me that screenshot. So, yeah, maybe. Might be.
I think also that there's armor being like instantly masterworked, not worrying about materials you have. But then there's also like adept weapons, and then getting adept mods to slot in adept weapons. Like I have a time loss Hazen Vengeance from Master Vogue. And like I can put adept big one spec on it, and it covers everything. It covers vehicles, mages, bosses. Like I don't have to tinker, and I don't have to, like, I can have one weapon for everything, and then I can just worry about, I don't have to worry about what my other two weapons are. Like sometimes it makes, it's not to say like a Hazen Vengeance time loss is like way better than a Galahorn, but it gives you an option, and it's always nice to change things up, because, you know, you don't want to have, I think, obviously, in the moment, you love Mountaintop Recluse, but after a while, it gets stale. Like, even so, it's 1350 now. I don't really feel like using it. Although I could, like, maybe some days for shits and giggles, I'll just pull out the vault and do whatever. But I like, especially with the new expansion as well, like, you can just change things up. So having lots of adept weapons make it so, okay, I need a primary to use. Well, I have this adept weapon. And that's also a great way of getting rid of some excess weapons in the vault as well, because like I have an adept palindrome, and that's basically my go-to PvP hand cannon. Okay. And but then it's like I don't play PvP too much, but when I do, it's like I have a set certain weapon. Like I have this one shotgun or this one. No, okay, let's not bullshit here. It's just a shotgun and a fucking hand cannon. No, I could not use. I look at Felwinter and I'm like, the same gun. You've been playing that since fucking whatever that season was.
Destiny 1.
Like when you had to.
Yeah,
that also, but also with that season when you had the mission, whenever the hell the mission came out, and it's like, come on, you've had it forever.
Yeah.
Leave it. Choose a different shotgun.
It was Season of the Warmind, I think. The Warmind season.
Yeah.
You actually got it from Felwinter. It was part like one of his little things, yeah. Or, you know, the body or armor of
that mission in Rise of Iron. When you go back in and face the Iron Lords or whatever, like that being corrupted by Siva, mate, that was I just felt so spooked out by it. Yeah, just felt weird.
Yeah, like
the whole like dark vibe and like these guys coming to life. It just gave me the creeps. But yeah, anyways, back to topic. What were we even talking about?
Well,
I don't even know.
I was just curious. Did you have any PS5s in stock? Can you go back and check for me?
You sure?
You need another
right now?
I need another one.
What do you need one for?
No,
The
no,
kitchen,
I'm just
the
no, I'm
bathroom,
just
the fucking.
No, I'm just playing the part. I'm playing the part because he's come out of the back room. He's talking to me about I should play a GM. I'm like, yeah, that's nice.
yeah,
Do you have any PS5s in stock?
Yeah. Anyways, can I talk to your manager? Because you give me some really bad advice here. I want to complain.
No, actually, that's
trying
good
to convince
advice.
me on doing the GM. Sack him. He should be fired from his job.
That's a good. No, that's good advice, man. I'm definitely gonna do some GMs this season, and it's a short season.
Yeah. Okay. I got myself back on track. So having the adept weapons, like, it definitely helps out with the vault as well.
Right.
So like, if I have an adept hand cannon, like the Fatebringer, that's it. I do have some energy. Like, I have the Last Wish hand cannon,
Right.
Nature Beast, or whatever the hell it is, and then Palindrome. So then at least I'm covered with elements, and then I'm covered with my main primary. That is it. Every other hand cannon, I don't care what it is, unless it's a really good hand cannon, it can just get like deleted, and it helps with the situation for the vault. It helps with having really top class weapons. Like, I'd hate to run around with a Nation. No.
Nation of Beast?
These names really, yeah. Nation of Beast, the 180? The 180 old Crucible one.
I'm not a hand cannon guy. I'm not the guy to ask for that. I know
It was some shenanigans, but it's like, I don't want to be stuck using a 180 hand cannon or like a really slow fire rate hand cannon when I could be using a way better one. But I just have to put the work in for it. Like, obviously, Master Vogue ain't an easy task. You know, it does feel a bit brutal when I last played it anyway.
No, I never done one.
So,
I don't know if I want to do one.
Master Vogue.
I heard those stories.
Are pretty brutal.
I heard the stories.
They are pretty brutal. They were, especially like the entrance was just like, man, I just want to get into the raid. Can you die? Like, nope. The fucking entrance was like, entrance was like a final boss.
What?
There were just so many like champions and ads. It's like you barely got a moment to breathe.
Oh my god!
It felt overwhelming, but I'm guessing people found a way to make it a bit easier with stasis and stuff. But yeah, so mainly, having the materials to like, that's the one of good things, because I had exotics in the vault and I could just masterwork whatever the hell I wanted, and I wouldn't have to worry about anything. Like, currently, I don't have many Ascendant shards, but I know through playing the game and maybe doing some other Nightfall stuff, I got about maybe 2,000 enhancement cores, which ain't, I mean, the only enhancement cores, like, based, like, the prisms are 35, which I don't know how I've got to 35. I swear I was on 7 or something. And Ascendant shards with the season, they're up to 6. And now again, like, I only really want to use them now if I get a good exotic. I have most of the good exotics and they're all masterworked. So it's fine. So now I don't have to worry about, I'm a bit low on materials. I can't masterwork this set of gear.
Right.
Because especially when you're trying to do like raids and stuff, like, you don't necessarily have a set loadout, especially for day one. So you kind of want to have everything around your same power level and leveled up a bit. So you can always change stuff on command and not have to be like, I can't use this or I can't use that. Especially like for Deep Stone Encrypted, like after the first set of teams started getting through it, everyone else that was lagging behind was just feeding. It was so much easier to just go in at Atrax and just use Lament.
Right.
But no one had Lament then because the quest came out as the raid came out. So unless you weren't starting straight away, then you could have got Lament. So this is why this time around, at least I tried to get like the new machine gun. I got the other grenade launcher. I've not got the worm gun yet because I don't know, just
it's great.
Just not thought about it.
Dude, you gotta run the story. The story is great.
Yeah, apparently it is, yeah. So I just gotta get that done. So at least then I have everything. Yeah. And I can't, then, I could just change willy-nilly. But yeah, main reason for GMs, just so you have abundance of materials. Right. And then you can shed out some of your vault and have better weapons that are better in every regard. Because, the adept weapons, once you do the GMs, they get masterworks in every slot. Even if it's just a little upgrade, it's still something.
Yeah. All right. You sold me. I'm gonna do a GM this season. You heard it here.
We'll be lucky if he does one.
No, I will.
Yeah, we'll be lucky if he does one. But if he does, my job here is done.
Absolutely. Exactly.
I did the thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. How's Star Wars going?
Star Wars?
Yeah. Fallen Order.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
Hey, let's swiftly moving on. Anyway. Yeah, it's kind of hard to get into a game, especially like before an expansion's coming out, and that's probably what happened with Gatr.
Yeah, no. Don't get me wrong. Marcus shamed me on his podcast. And,
it was glorious,
and I was like, okay, I gotta definitely do it, and I had a great time, man. It was a great. I mean, I think I got past the first major chapter, and then it was time to prep. Right? What is your opinion of this? This prep scores thing that Destiny Recipes was using. Everyone was kind of getting into it. Did you get into the gamifying part of it, or did you just say nah?
Nah, not really. I mean, I know it's a thing. Like, I know, like, from the last... I'm guessing it's been around since before Beyond Light.
Yeah.
I know I was caring more about it then.
Right.
But that's just because I did GMs more, so I just had an abundance of materials.
Okay.
And materials, I just, like, planetary materials, I just buy them off Spider anyway. I try to keep about 5,000 to 7,000. It's not that I need them, but it's just if one day I want to buy a shit ton of upgrade modules or a shit ton of enhanced prisms, I can do that. Right. And I don't have to worry about losing 100, 150, 200 planetary materials because I have like 8,000 or something.
Right.
So, I don't know.
Not as much lately?
It's not that big of a deal.
Okay.
Especially if you're not going to... I mean, like, I did the Legendary campaign on all 3 characters, got all the upgrade modules, and then after I got all the upgrade modules across 3 characters, I've infused stuff up, like, randomly just in case if I ever need them. Along with that, I've also taken off all the upgrade modules off the season pass. And on top of that, I've also bought 20 upgrade modules the other day. Why? I don't know.
Well, the raid's coming, man.
Yeah, but also... Maybe that's a bit too much though. Like, you think about it, like, you get a shit ton of upgrade modules, and then when you beat the campaign, you get 7 on top of that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Plus,
well, they give you an upgrade module for every piece of gear.
2. Yeah. In Legendary, you get 2 each. So.
Nice. Yeah. And then on top of that, you get however many on the season pass. And then on top of that, I bought 20. I mean, I didn't need that. I don't know. I'm impulse. Mama goes up in the pinnacle range by even +2. I'm like, yeah, you're going. +1. You can sit in the inventory for a bit. +2, I don't know, because you just don't know how leveling is and what gets you to the next delta in a higher level activity. So you stop seeing enemies as swords. But yeah, the whole prep thing, like, I mean, I guess it's a nice fun thing to do. Like, I beat you, I'm 3rd on the list, get fucked, you shitter.
I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know. I know Hazel got sucked in there and he was competing too. I'm telling you, man. It's human nature.
It can be competitive, yeah. It's a bit like how you check Destiny stats, and it's like, especially like once the new raid is out, everyone says, oh, how many people beat it this first week? Mm-hmm. Oh, only 5 people did. But then in 2 weeks' time, how many people are on 10 clears? How many people are on 20 clears? And it's not really a flex moment, but it's nice to know, like, you've done it a lot, and then you can just show it off. But like in a subtle way, you're not like, oh, look at my big E-penis. I'm so good at the game.
Hey, that sounded very American, Hazel. Didn't that sound awfully American when he said that?
That did.
Maybe I hear.
He lost the accent really quick.
He hit me right where I live.
E-penis.
He did. He hit me too. Right in the gut.
Yeah. Or in my E-penis. Yeah.
Yeah, my gut. He got my gut punch. Yeah. How about signature questions, Hazel? You ready?
Yep.
Signature questions.
There we go.
That's great.
Love it.
All right. I'll start off, Hazel. I've been wanting to ask this for so long, Mo. Dude.
What is it going to be?
What is behind the gamer tag? MoHafo.
Honestly, this is probably the worst answer you'll ever get. But it's... So you waited for a long time. I'm just gonna shit all over that. Wait time.
It's the name of your penis.
Literally, yes. The name of my e-penis. Penis and e... No, my first name shortened down. It's Mo.
Okay.
Short for Muhammad.
Right.
And then Hafo is my secondary school / middle school nickname that I just had that nickname. So It just stuck because it was my surname. But like they shortened it down. And when I made my PlayStation, it was like M_Hafo_ whatever. Cause right. I just thought my username would clearly be taken. And then later on, I just thought, I can just take out the underscores and I'm fine. It's not as neat as Hazelnuts, but it's something.
I like MoHafo, man.
I don't have the branding.
That name has always stood out to me. I always know.
Yeah.
I always know where Mo is. And how long have you had that gamer tag? Would you say?
I want to say, like in different variations, or just like MoHafo in general.
Yeah, MoHafo in general.
Probably. Let's say maybe, I don't know, 6 years? I'm just gauging it off Destiny.
That's pretty good.
Maybe 5 years. I don't know.
Good.
I know I changed it like recently. Well, not recently, like recently 5 years ago. But I know I changed it like somewhat recently in Destiny's life cycle. Probably before next gen. Just because I thought, I can actually just take out all these underscores and numbers and it's a username. It's fine.
Gotcha.
And then the problem is, like, I also get like, I gotta change it again. I don't know why. Like, sometimes I just think like that. Maybe it could be cool. Like, I see so many random people have their username. I just find it wild how some people like don't have their names as their username. It's always like, the immortal god or some shit. And it's like, how do you think of shit like that when you're a kid? Like, fucking killer of dragons and demons. I'm just like, you know what I mean? I was like,
360 no scopes, XXX.
Yeah, I 360 no scope your mom, XXX 69 your mom. You know what I mean? Like, all right, cool, good for you, I guess.
Oh my god, I remember
that really need to be a username.
Remember when the X brackets were so in, man? Oh my god, I still got some usernames with the X brackets.
Capital X, lowercase x, underscore.
Yes.
I sniped your mom, 360.
Oh, good time.
Off the top rope, like, all right, cool, good for you.
All right, Hazel, you're next.
All right, sir. This may be a silly question, but
yeah, very silly.
Do you have any hobbies outside of gaming? If not, that's okay. I'm just kidding.
Let's see. I mean, I could probably mention an old hobby. Not really an old hobby, but something I really enjoying doing in school was it's like, well, back in school, the topic or subject was called design and tech. So I liked making stuff, like making stuff from wood. Maybe making like an acrylic clock or like stuff like that. Like maybe just not really arts and crafts. It's more towards designing stuff out of wood and stuff. Like I know back in primary school, or as you guys would call it, elementary. No, not elementary. Middle school. I made a little case, like a box case for a console, but then it had to find a way to keep the temperature of the console cool. So I made like really lots of holes on the side for where the vents would be. Now, obviously back then I just thought, look at me, I'm so smart, ventilation, right? But it looked pretty nice. And then on top of that, I also had like two metal rods, all attached to pieces of acrylic that be spaced out enough to keep games in. And like, I think they had it on display in my secondary school, which was pretty neat.
That is cool.
I'm not sure I was like, pretty nice. I was like, can I have it though? No, it's on display. I'm like, what the fuck? I want to use it.
No, you did a good job. We're going to keep it now.
Yeah, all right, good job. It's mine. Get fucked. Nice. What you did was great. You can't have it though. But yeah, it was nice to like do something like that. Now it's not much. Like now I get up, I go to work, I come back from work, play the game. I go to bed, I wake up, and it's just the same. So, not that there's time for it, but if there was time for it, maybe. Like I do, like for the past week, I've been setting up some drawers I bought from IKEA. Mm-hmm. And then I've also, along with my dad, because obviously, I'm a wuss. I can't do it by myself, all right? If I have support, I'm going to use it. If I didn't have support, then I'd probably have to do it myself, like how I had to make the PC. But yeah, that was pretty fun. Even though it took ages. I had to get like support from my friend. She basically walked me through it. But yeah, it was fun building the PC, even though it took so long. But it was my first time building anything like that. So I do find enjoyment in it. So now just gotta set up the TV bench or TV stand, and then the TV will be up and I'll be fine. Then I'll have a really good display for the PlayStation 5, and then I have a really smooth experience on PC as well. So yeah, I'd say other than just gaming, I'd say making stuff would be nice. Like, even though it's not it's not really a crazy high level, but it's just fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Dude, I haven't even watched TV in 2 weeks. You know how much of it that's very rare for me. I got 2 weeks worth of shows I still got to watch. So I get it, dude.
Yeah.
I totally get it. Well, we have 2 questions left. And Hazel, why don't you ask your second one and I'll finish up with mine. That sound good?
All right. Yep. So, Mr. MoHafo,
Yes?
do you have a motto or mantra or a couple of them that you like?
I don't want to be like basic or, completely original, but proceeds to be basic and original. But however, I do firmly believe in like treat people how you want to be treated. I don't say many of these things, but like there are like certain quotes that like I want to stick by, or like I want to, or a code of conduct I want to follow. And it's like, you want to be a good person, and when you want to get treated like you're a good person, so you don't want to be a dickhead, right? Don't be a dickhead. I love that quote. I think Elmford or someone else said it. Don't be a dick. Or someone said it on an episode somewhere, and it's like, yes, that's one good one. Don't be a dick. It's really simple. Just don't be a fucking dick.
It's like the first rules when you enter a Twitch stream. It's like, here's the rules. Don't be a dick.
Yeah, don't be racist. Don't be a dick.
Right.
And be nice.
Yeah. So
I'd say, along those lines is something like that. I don't really have like a mantra I follow by, but it is nice to, not be a dickhead to anyone you see. Unless they deserve it, then fair enough. Go crazy.
Makes sense. Okay. I will finish up with the last one here, and think long and hard on this one. And keep in mind on this question, it can be something major. It can be something just like a little quirk. What's the one thing about you that our community might not know about you that we haven't talked about already?
I'd say there's a few things I can say, but they're not really like, wow, groundbreaking. But like with some people, like they just deduce it from the fact that, your name's Mo, it's short for Muhammad, you're probably a Muslim. Like some people don't know that. Some people think, I thought it was small for Moses or, whatever.
Sure.
Or your name was this and that. So there's that.
Okay.
I like K-pop. I mean, I got into it in 2015 when my friend told me about it, and I was like, why have you not told me about this ages ago? And he's like, you idiot. Stupid, you knew when Gangnam Style went crazy. You could have listened to it then. I was like, I don't know. That was a different time then. I was younger. Leave me alone. Don't judge me. I'm judging you. Make it make sense. Listen, right? I'm being angry at you. You can't be angry at me. But, it was pretty fun. Like, again, it's just like, it's music. Like, I know everyone keeps an open mind to music, but I know sometimes like you have, either people online just being trolls, or even some people at work, they're just like, how could you listen to that? I don't get it. And it's like, my dude, you listen to songs in Spanish or Portuguese. You don't know what's going on, but you love it. It's the same thing. Why does it matter? And so, I just find it weird. Like,
beats the beat, man. I mean, that's any good beat.
If a song sounds good. Right. What do you bop your head to? The lyrics of a song? No, you sing that along. You bop your head to the beat.
It's the chorus, man. It's always, I'll listen to a song until I get to the chorus or the bridge. And by then I'll know if it's a good song or not.
Yeah, if the chorus don't just hit you as hard, then it's just a bit like...
Moving on. Next. I have a million other songs to listen to. I'm moving on.
Yeah, basically. It's the best way to do it.
As long as it's prog rock.
If it doesn't come... Yeah, it's like... See, I'm not like a great... I'm not great at deducing like music genre stuff. So you guys keep saying prog rock this, like whatever rock that, and I'm just there like, what's different from this rock to this rock? So if you could help me understand, that'd be great.
Progressive rock, it's like alternative rock, but it's more
sad.
It's more thematic.
And it makes you want to like throw yourself in traffic.
It is not. It's
not.
So
it's not the rock like, to avoid.
Everyone thinks prog rock is emo. It's not emo. It's very
sadder
thematic.
Than emo.
No, it can be charging and stuff as well, but it's very thematic rock, and it's all kinds of different themes out there. So that's
like
what
charging you to be sad. No.
Well, sometimes it can be a sad song, but
I'll be honest. I listen to it whenever I want to go to bed because it's all like mopey and it's like.
Well, think progressive. You think progressive rock. I mean, what's the first band that comes to mind? It's Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd. Well, I couldn't answer.
That's
He's like, that's the reason why I asked the question.
Yeah, no, Pink Floyd. I mean, those are the originators of progressive rock. So anyway, that's another rabbit hole we can go down to. But hey, Mo, thanks, man. Thanks for sharing your life with us tonight. That's pretty cool. That was a good interview.
Hey, I'm glad it was entertaining somewhat, and you guys didn't fall asleep, so I feel like I won.
Hazel, it's that time, man. I think it's that time.
Oh no!
Yeah,
here we go again.
Yeah, put your mouse down. Put your mouse down.
Yep.
Take a small break here.
I sure hope I don't fucking start fumbling like some people or get a question. I'm like, I don't know to say it. I don't know.
Well,
I feel like I would get that. I feel like there would probably be a one or two.
We'll give it a try, man. I mean, like I said, it's just for fun. I mean, some people get competitive with it, but it'd be nice
to be the top. You're not top dog.
Of course. But it's like, think of it as like a speed interview. That's the way I kind of look at it. So we did the long form.
Because you don't have to do it.
Yeah. Long form interview. Now we're going to do a really quick interview at the end here, and people are going to know a lot. Maybe they might judge you. I don't know. We'll see. But
screw them if they do.
Yeah, screw that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to do that right after this.
Call the Praxic Order. Call the Thanatonauts, the Ginseng Scribes. Call everyone so they can witness you.
All right, boys and girls. It's that time of the week. We haven't had one of these, Hazel, in a while. This segment's called the SpeedRun. This is where we have a database of over 385 randomly asked questions. Damn it, I did it again. This is where we have a database of 385 questions, and MoHafo here is going to have 90 seconds to answer as many as he can. These are short 1 or 2 word answers, and at the end of the year, the guest with the most answers will win a prize entitled of 2022 SpeedRun Champion. The questions are asked at random, so no one can memorize the order, and just answer quickly what comes to mind, Mo. Don't overthink it.
It's not a randomly asked question?
No, they're asked. They're questions that are asked.
Random ask questions.
They're random ask questions.
They're questions that are asked in a random order. There we go. I've already redone my script, so I don't do that anymore.
Random ass.
Yeah. No.
Random ass.
No.
Liquid ass.
No. Tonight I'm going to ask
a nice random ass.
Tonight I'm going to ask the questions randomly from the list. Hazel's our timekeeper and quality control expert. And what that basically means is if I start faltering and I go slow, Hazel's going to adjust in real time. So you timekeepers out there that are got your stopwatch on right now on your iPhone. Yeah. Don't call them out, man.
Sorry. I had a cough.
Yeah. Hazel is now going to be adjusting in real time.
No, I've been doing this. Gatr just found out.
I just found out tonight. Yeah, imagine that. Okay, just remember that Hazel's decision is going to be final. Sharp Valor is our current leader at 33 questions answered. So I'll ask you, Mo. You ready to do this, man?
Yeah, ready as I'll ever be.
All right, ready, Hazel?
Yes, sir.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Warlock, Titan, or Hunter?
Warlock.
What is one of your favorite Destiny 2 weapons?
Mind Top.
Void, Solar, Arc, or Stasis?
Void 3.0.
If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Dubai.
Cake or pie?
Cake.
Dogs or cats?
Cats.
Strikes, Crucible, or Gambit?
Strikes.
What's the latest you've been up gaming?
7 a.m.
Favorite color?
Blue.
If you could choose, who would voice your ghost?
Let's go with... I don't fucking know.
Come on.
I don't know. Ico or Ray. Let's go with that.
All right. Human, Awoken, or Exo?
Exo.
What's the best sandwich?
Cheese and onion. It's pretty fine.
Ooh, that's good. Is chess a sport?
Sure.
Favorite holiday? You got this.
Christmas.
What's your favorite Destiny planet?
Dreaming City.
Imperial Walkers, are they 80-80s or AT-ATs?
I'm going to go with AT-ATs.
Grenades or melees?
Grenades.
Kill Clip or Rampage?
Rampage.
Pineapple on pizza?
No.
Kitty Corner or Cata Corner?
Kitty Corner.
Akora, Cade, or Zavala?
Cade.
Does your milkshake bring the boys to the yard?
Sometimes.
What number am I thinking of?
69.
Ever been hit by a wooden spoon?
Nope, that's just you.
Kick in the groin or punch to the face?
Punch in the face.
Okay. Yeah, that's tough, man. You had some tough ones.
Every single time I've heard the ghost one, every single time I always think, who would it be? Who would it be? And I can never think of someone. And I'm like, I sure hope I don't get that one.
Oh,
and that's what I fucking got.
Dude,
Jesus.
all I can tell you is it's very entertaining to us, so.
I have no idea who the fucking one that goes. I don't know. I never think of that shit. I mean, to be fair, I probably have.
Yeah.
Well, I should have just said Eminem. He'd be like, yo, you gotta get in quick. And they just start rapping to me. And I'm like,
there you go.
Can you
Hell
explain the mission briefings? And he's like, nope. Rap God. I'm like, what about it? I'm like, you're not helping me understand the story of the lore of this. Rap God. I don't care. Okay, cool.
Oh my gosh, man.
That would be amazing. I want that.
Mate, he would not stop talking. Yeah, we gotta get quickly and get the crystal. And we gotta kill this boss. And we gotta get our worm. It's like, what? Relax. We're not on a time limit.
Do I need to record this and play it back slower?
You might have to.
Oh my God. Hazel, how do you do, man?
A respectable 25.
Yeah, that's what I got too. Good job, man.
That's fine.
It's not bad. No, that's
not bad.
respectable. Yeah,
Not
you
bad.
thought about the questions too, and didn't like say the last thing you heard. So
Yeah, I tried to be a bit witty and called you a dirty freak. 69.
Yes, exactly.
dirty freak. All right. Well, good job, man. Good job. That was fun. Hey, listeners, I have a question for you. Do you have a great speedrun question? You know, you listen to these every week or every so often, and you're like, you know what? I think this question would be pretty cool. Hey, throw it in our Discord. Enter them in our Speedrun Questions Ideas channel, and we'll add them to next year's Speedrun. We just about take them all. And if it's if it gets kind of dirty and offensive, we're probably going to either reword it or something. But just remember, they need to be yes or no, 1 or 2 word answers. Either or questions will be accepted as well. And don't forget the what's your favorites. I love those. At the end of the year, we're going to have 2 drawings again for a $25 gift card of your choice. And you can enter up to 5 questions to go into the drawing. You can enter as many as you want, but we're only going to take 5. But we will steal the other ones you give us. So good luck with that. All right, Hazel. It's that time of the week, man. It's time for This Week at Bungie. Hey, Guardians, just a quick reminder that we now have a Destiny 2 clan, and Hazel and I invite you to be a part of it.
If you're looking to find a clan, that would be a great time to jump in and get to know some of these great gamers that you've heard on here. We're not hardcore or anything, so you don't have to worry about that. Enjoying what time you have for Destiny is all we ask.
So, if you're looking for a clan out there, we have a permanent link in our Discord under the channel GDC Destiny 2 Clan, where you can find a link. Otherwise, look for Guardian Downcast Pod, and the link will be in the show notes of this podcast. Yeah, right below you there. So join us.
So we do ask that you do join our Discord first, so that way we can communicate clan information and other stuff more easily. And besides that, you can lurk all you like. And later, Guardian.
Hey man, that's my line. All right, Hazel. Second week of Season of the Risen. What's up in the TWAB this week, man?
There's something called a raid coming. Destiny 2. Looks like it's going to be on Saturday, March 5th at 10 a.m. Pacific. That's going to be 1 p.m. Eastern time. And it's going to have a thing called contest mode, which is basically going to be players are going to be capped at 20 power below each encounter. So that means that it looks like when the dust settles, it's going to be 1550 for this. So that's going to be kind of high. But hey, not too shabby. So just get your gear to 1530 and then you'll be good. Then they have disabled some weapons. So the Ikelos SMG, the Imperial Needle, basically they're doing 40% more damage than they should be right now. So, yeah.
Should be using them. But I don't want to, because I just love using Gnawing Hunger. But anyways.
Yes. Demolition and subsistence. Hell yeah.
I don't know why. I just have a one with Overflow Rampage, and then with that, I just have the Volatile Flow, and every ad that looks at me is just dead. Yeah. Exploded and dead, and it's just been so fun.
Yeah.
Try that.
That's me. It's fun.
I've been doing it. That's a great mod.
Yeah. I've been using the funnel cake.
That's good too.
So, yep.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
So, also the Grand Overture and Wardcliff Coil are disabled as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm guessing a boss is going to get absolutely yeeted if he gets a debuffed with a Wardcliff. So, they're like, nah.
Yeah,
we got to preserve this.
It's like, here's your season pass. Here's your Grand Overture. Oh, and by the way, you can't use it.
But you know why, Gatr? That's the more important
I don't know
question.
why. I don't understand why.
Yeah. So see, that's the reason.
So I know you have to wind it up and it throws out slug rounds, but I actually put it in my vault.
No, that's not. I mean, you can still use it outside of the raid.
Yeah, I know that.
But the reason why you can't use it in the raid with Wardcliff Coil is because if you switch to Grand Overture and then back to Wardcliff Coil, it gives you full ammo again.
It's that old, what was that one perk in Leviathan where people were doing that too? I think it was the same rocket launcher.
It was Wardcliff.
Yeah, it was still Wardcliff Coil.
Shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is it with that launcher, man? Jeez.
Shush.
Okay. Go ahead.
Also, armor and mods that are being disabled. Worm God Caress for Titans because, yeah. They don't want you one-shotting a raid boss on day one, as well as Peregrine Greaves, or should I say Peregrine Greaves, and the Suppressing Glaive Artifact Armor mod. Now, fun fact, these are only going to be disabled for, I believe, the first day, and then after that, they'll be re-enabled after that.
Yeah, one thing I want to mention about that Suppressing Glaive mod, I actually tried to select it today. And it won't let me select it. I guess that's the way they're blocking it out. Yeah, I tried to select it in the artifact today, and it kicked it back to me. I said, "No, pick again, bud."
Huh. So. Interesting.
Yeah, so I'm guessing if it's been disabled, not just for the raid, but universally, like in the whole game, that could be a reason.
Yeah, it's not going to be ready for day 2 then. But also. They did state that there could be additional things that are disabled. And if that is the case, then pay attention to Bungie help for that.
Okay. Fair enough.
Nice. I can't use anything. I got us those stones at these fucking enemies at 20 ILI. It's crazy.
Pretty much. Okay. Then, moving on here, is going to be, if you are the first team to make it through all the encounters and loot the final chest and return to orbit, you will earn the title of World's First. And you're going to get a snazzy belt.
Not going to lie, that would be really cool to win.
That would be. That really would be.
The ultimate flex, man. The ultimate flex. Who cares about an emblem? You have a fucking belt.
Dude, the big show will probably give it to you,
Yeah. I mean, you probably also have your, I'm assuming, World's First. Do they have their own emblems as well?
I don't know.
Yes. Well, no, I don't think.
No, I don't think
they
so. It's just day one, isn't it? Day
24. They have the 24-hour one, yeah.
Yep. Which coincidentally is the next thing there. And they show that day 1 emblem there. And it looks okay. It doesn't look too crazy, but then, also, basically, well, by the time this comes out, you're not going to hear any of this, but Bungie also did a Bungie.net/raid race, and, there it's going to be like a tailgate, and it's going to be hosted by Professor Broman and Rec 1568.
Nice. I like Broman.
Yep. Also, if you complete the raid by March 15th, 2022, you can go ahead and buy the new jacket for the raid.
Not bad.
Yeah, I don't know.
Speaking of jackets, I just got mine today from Waterclass.
What's a jacket?
That means you have to do PvP or PvE for that. I'm sorry.
Like you have to get the raid done in a certain time, and then once you do that, you have access to buying the jacket for the raid.
No, I'm asking what is a jacket? I've never seen one of these things before.
Oh, fucking Florida, man. No way. The fact that I had to explain it the first time, I'm annoyed.
I'm sorry.
I'm annoyed.
Continue, I'm sorry.
We're so fucking hot over here.
I know.
I could barely hear.
Mr. Fudd, it's 62 degrees, full moon, buddy.
Yeah, it took you a while to get there, but I think Fudd will be okay.
I'm faltering.
Exactly.
I gotta hide it every
He
time.
probably hates his life every time you say that.
No, what I do is I gotta hide it.
He's gonna edit it.
I mention it different times of the show. That way I know if he's listening. So, and don't go to that next house. That's the German Shepherd. No. Skip that house, dude. They don't need mail today. Just move on. All right. I'm done.
If you want some chaos in your life, go for it.
I'm done.
Just bring peanut butter. It's okay. All right. Then you can also get a pin for those who complete the raid before the season concludes as well.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Any pin collectors there? Go crazy.
Yeah, exactly. So yes. And then, for those who wish to display their mastery of the raid, and players who complete the vow of the disciple, which is the name of the raid, raid seal. So basically a bunch of random ass things you have to do, beat it with your clan, beat it, all warlocks, all titans, all hunters, all void, all that good stuff.
Lon, I'll be all over that, man.
Yep. But then if you don't beat it within 24 hours, you get probably the cooler looking raid mod or raid.
I think it is.
Yeah, exactly. What in the Sam hell is Helios doing?
He's leaving and joining back to turn in bounties, seeing as we're still in town.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, yeah. You mean he's joining you guys randomly so he can get his 2% or...
Anyway,
right.
We are
I might have something to say about
here.
that later. Never mind. Go ahead.
Anyway. So, yeah. But yes, I do think that is the better emblem for this.
Yeah, I think the first one looks too plain.
That's okay. How many people are going to have
it? It looks pretty nice. I think the side, right at the end, the edge of the first emblem looks pretty nice, like with the little, I guess floral kind of look to it. But the rest of it is basically just one little shape, pyramid shape. That's it.
Very subdued.
Whereas the other one feels a bit more colorful. Maybe that's what they're trying to go for. Maybe I don't know, not trying to make the day one emblem look like the greatest thing on the planet. I don't know. Who knows?
See, I mean, that's to me, I mean, that would be a good motivating factor because I'm a whore for emblems like that. So, I mean, if that day 2 beyond emblem was day 1, I would really try to set out to beat it within the first 24 hours.
Yeah. I mean, and then again, you don't, I'm assuming that's all there is, but yeah, it's always nice to have something that's kind of unique. Not a lot of people have, or if they do, then it's certainly not as unique as, you won't go into the tower and see it all the time. So a day one emblem is certainly something to flex, but yeah, not if it doesn't look all that great.
Yeah. I like that second one. It's really nice.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. And then a fun fact is that I believe the 3 of us are actually doing the raid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. We're on the same team this year.
Yes, exactly. And, it will be streamed, whatever it is. So yes, so streamed. Yeah. Sorry. My bad.
Yeah. Streamed. Fix it up, Hazel.
God.
I'll have, by the way, I'll have the full, oh God, let's hope it's not too long, but I'll record too, and I'll put it in our YouTube channel. Someone wants to watch.
Yeah, that's going to be a really long recording. Not even shade. It's just day 1. It is going to take at least. It's going to be a long. You're going to have to do a lot of editing, probably.
No, it's just going to be. I'm going to have to get that off my hard drive as soon as I post it to YouTube. And let them deal with the file size.
That's your problem now.
Yep. Pretty much. So yes. So give us. Give us a shot and see how we do, and we shall see how we do as well.
And if me and Hazel are both in the same raid group, there'll probably going to be some alcohol involved.
Yeah, at 1 a.m. or at 1 p.m. So, yeah.
Oh, so you got your excuses lined up. Nice.
No, me and Hazel are an acquired taste. You may have to.
We couldn't think straight. We were clearly off it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
what I'll go with as well. Sure. That's what I'll be going with as well.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm just going to be like, you know what? Just you take that side of the map. I'll take this side.
Don't look at me.
Yeah, exactly. Don't look at me.
Don't come anywhere near me. Anywhere near me is fire. Stay away from me.
Floor's lava over here.
I'll waste a grenade on your ass now. Now stay over there. That would be cool. I mean, maybe I'll shoot you with Telesto and have you run at the ads.
No, shoot him with Telesto and then his game just crashes.
That's probably not wrong.
What happened to the game? Telesto and then... Yeah. Oh, that might have been me. Miles, like an absolute devil. Yep. I don't feel regret at all.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. Okay, then they go on to say the feedback never stops. So, basically, it hasn't been a perfect launch for Witch Queen, unfortunately. But it has been pretty damn good, though.
Yeah, I think it has. Yeah.
I mean, there's been some stuff that's been, broken and that kind of thing. But, I mean, it's nothing crazy. So, some of the stuff that's broken, weapon drop rates. Aside from that, Ascendant alloys are bugged. I mean, there's just, some random ass stuff that's just showing up and causing havoc and that. So
yeah, it doesn't feel too game breaking though.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know about you, but this has been the smoothest launch I've seen in a while.
The launch has been great. I'd say like the Ascendant alloy thing is a bit of a bummer, and like getting the weapons from Wellspring and stuff.
Yeah.
Like for people that have been grinding,
yeah, it has
like,
been.
It sucks to be you, but it sucks that it's not working as how it should. And then on top of that, like, mate, I just have to talk about Gambit. Oh my god, my blood is just boiling when I play that fucking game mode. Yeah. I just can't stand it.
I
cannot.
It's like they made it worse, man. I don't understand.
The health gain is just ridiculous. Like you could have an invader come in, and I think if he gets one kill, it's like 1 bar of the health restored. I'm not sure. Like I've not played it too much to know. So whoever's a Gambit veteran over here can correct me.
I had a feeling that people were gonna complain about that because 5% is what sometimes you would get, and it wouldn't.
But it was random.
Yeah, I don't like that part, but I think it's overpowered. And
I got to rant about this one thing though, because they're like, we want to limit heavy ammo. What do we do? After every single time you clear a site, you get heavy ammo. It's guaranteed heavy. That makes it worse.
Well,
what the hell?
They did that Mo so we could counter the invaders. I mean, if we have a Gallahorn
it's literally
in our
rocket
hand,
versus rocket. Yeah, it's basically just galley versus galley.
Yeah, I mean, it was their way of neutralizing the invaders. Plus, you can't invade as often.
Yeah.
You can't invade back to back. So,
yeah, Ben, do you think that worked?
I don't think it worked.
I think they're just.
I don't think so.
I think all they're going to need to do is scale down the damage, the health bar. That's all they're going to have to do.
No, it's mad because like an invader can come in. If they even get 2 kills, your primeval is practically at full health.
Yeah, they'll
and then when you take a health bar down from the boss, boom, health gated. And then an invader can come in and undo every damage you've done. Yeah. And then by the time the invader's gone, you got to kill all the wizards and you do your damage phase again. Mm-hmm. And then boom, health gated again. And then it's just an endless cycle. Like you kind of have to do your damage either as the invader's in or like as the invader's gone, just in the hopes that you can try and get 2 or 3 phases of damage in, and an invader doesn't just come by and ruin it all. Yeah, I don't know. It feels like they missed whatever they were planned out to do.
If you aim down the sights as an invader, you can't see you lose some of the what is it, the X-ray vision, whatever, on people behind. So if you aim down the sights with like a grenade, a launcher or something, you better be quick about locking onto somebody because you'll lose your tracking of where they're at. But they also didn't let anybody. You can't tell who has how many motes anymore. That was a good improvement they did, because if you're holding 15 motes and you're hiding in a corner shaking your boots, you know that invader's coming to you first. So that was a good improvement. But I think the biggest thing is the health gain. And the fact that they're already time gating the health with those the queens that appear randomly everywhere, it's like a meatball on
the
steroids.
Envoys. You mean?
Yeah, the envoys. It's like a meatball on steroids.
I just let it slide. I didn't want to correct it. The queens.
The wizards. Yeah, and with the meatball, at least you knew where the protecting orb was. You could shoot it quickly and keep doing DPS. But with the queen, damn it, I said it again. I'm thinking of Mara, I guess.
Damn it.
Do you even play the game?
Give me a break. With the witches or the envoys.
Queen Envoy. Yeah.
No, don't put that in my head. The envoys, they randomly appear everywhere. So you have to have all your players spread out, which means your DPS is not going to be as good. They got to go bring us back to the wood shop and work on it some more, I think.
You know what? If they revived it back to the OG Gambit, well, that's probably what they did, but let's take out the moat drain. I don't know. It's like sometimes I like moat drain and then other times I don't. I get it rewards you and you have to pay attention to your blocker, but it's so brutal when you're playing solo because if you're not clearing ads, no one else will. Or if they do clear ads, then that's all they do, and they clear out the blocker and that's it. They won't help out much. It's just, I don't know. Either they fix it or they could just delete the mode. I'd be fine with it.
Well, what would I do on my Wednesday night?
That's just how my experience been. It's Wednesday night fucking strikes, I guess. Or Wednesday night bounties. I don't know. No, that's nothing. I'm not going to give you more ideas. You do enough of that anyway.
Well, there's Gambit bounties.
God damn it. Yeah, I feel like what Hazel feels like now.
Yeah.
He just catches out randomly. You think, oh, okay, he's talked about bounties enough. Nah.
Yeah, exactly. And then you talked about Gambit as well. So it's like bonus. Gambit and bounties. That's like my own personal hell.
It's a bonus. All right.
One man's hell is another man's
paradise. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
Hey, you help him.
Yeah. So there's going to be a new patch on Thursday next week, and it's going to provide to us enhanced drop rates for weapons. I guess there was a grenade launcher called the Tarnation, which is pretty good, and it has a horrible drop rate.
What in Tarnation? I never seen that drop at all. It's a lie.
Exactly. That's the reason why they're fixing it.
Yeah,
I think Wellspring is just also another thing. You have to check daily. If you're not playing a day, which is, I can't say that because I've been playing every day, but I'm not checking the activity every single day. I just wish there was a way I wish they reordered the director. How, I know it's clean now by planets, but I did like the Destiny 1 way where you'd log in and you'd have a little mini toolbar on the bottom left, and it shows everything: weekly Nightfall, weekly rotating Crucible, everything all there.
I remember that. Yeah, like little icons.
That'd be pretty nice and concise.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know, but then maybe they'd rather have a cleaner looking HUD or something, just so.
Sure.
Who knows? Maybe they've done testing on both designs. You never know what they've done testing for and what they haven't and what people prefer.
They have two phases. They have attack and defend phase, and it alternates every other day. So what you have to do basically is you have to actually launch it and say, oh, it's attack. No, I want defend. So then you have to leave, and then there's no way to quickly check.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, there's no way to quickly check it, at least from the API, from what I can see so far.
Gotcha. Okay, well, at least now. So if a weapon's tied to attack or defense, then you just check every other defense day or attack day.
Yeah, does it alternate? Every other day, right?
Every other day, yeah.
So
it's regular, but if you don't game every day like me and Mo do, then it's hard to...
Never mind. Sorry. Oh,
no, it's just hard to, it's hard to keep up.
Mm-hmm. It is. So it is hard to keep up because you don't think about it all the time as well. Oh yeah, Wellspring, that's a new thing. Oh, what weapons are? Oh, okay. It's not what I wanted.
And it holds you up on the bulletin. What is it? The investigation board. There's a mission where you have to get. So you have to open the patterns for these two weapons that are already not dropping, and to have them drop as deep
as a
weapons,
red weapon as well. Oof. Yeah, good luck. Yeah.
I just said, you know what? I'll just put that on the back burner over here. I'm gonna go work on my reflections.
I'll have to clip that. That's funny.
Okay.
I'm not talking about anything. What?
Oh shit!
Nothing happened. Nothing to see.
Nothing happened.
Okay.
It's the video clip on my computer. It's a lie. It's been edited. Okay. But yeah, I think other than I think those fixes would help a lot. It helps people, get some some of the weapons that they crave, and not have to worry about. At least they get the weapons to drop. Then it's just an RNG of whether it's a red one or not. But
like I said, I think it's been a pretty smooth launch. Hell, Hazel on day one just logged in and he was in. I waited for like 50 minutes because I jumped in as soon as reset hit when everyone else was joining. But overall, I have to say that the launch has been pretty smooth. But good job, Bungie. I mean, you had 1 million people plus joining this game all at once. So, well done.
Yeah. I mean, it was really, really smooth. I mean, going for it. I mean, this is the first one that I remember where I don't see, contacting Destiny servers.
Nope. And you were going to avoid the whole day, Hazel.
Yeah.
You said, I'm not going to bother with the first day because I never can get in.
Hey,
I'm going to keep getting
PS4
booted.
Comes back to that. PS4, thank you very much.
Okay. Good point.
You suffered, but
Good point. But they could log in later that night.
It was not in vain.
Yes.
Okay.
Someone benefited from all that. It wasn't, just pain and torture for you guys.
You know what? That might be a factor there. So true.
Yep. Besides, I mean, with the PS4 crowd, more than likely they were like veterans that didn't take off that day anyway.
Yeah, if they're smart, then they wouldn't have. If they're dumb like me, then they probably would have. I'd be like, oh my god, Bungie, this is the only day I'll get to play the game. Fuck you. How could you delete why does the game not work? Why am I in a queue? It's almost like they have 1 million pre-orders, my dude. You gotta relax.
Yeah.
No game's gonna keep up with that. But yeah.
That's just true. It's true.
It's true.
What else we got, Hazel? Is that it?
So, let me scroll down here. Okay, so Gambit tuning, as we previously mentioned, they're going to be tweaking that.
They said they're looking, but they haven't done anything yet.
They're going to tweak some shit. Come on,
of course, but not yet. They're still gathering info. That's what it says.
Yeah. So, aside from that, Prime Gaming is out there in full effect.
All right.
What?
No, it's just for us veterans, we have all this stuff already. Most of it, anyway.
Pretty much, yes.
It's all the new light players. It is nice, I have to say, on some of my accounts that don't have these weapons. It's nice to just have them fall in your lap.
Don't throw shade on. Don't throw shade on.
You know what's nice?
This.
Getting a dupe pinnacle. That's great. I'm not talking about the game. I'm just talking about my experiences for the past week. Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, you got a pinnacle at the same level as your pinnacle?
One level lower.
Oh, no shit. Oh, no.
What were you saying about love like that?
What were you saying about Nightfalls?
I don't know.
What about it?
It's a bit foggy.
Nothing. You were trying to sell me on Grandmasters.
Oh, well, that's different. You're not doing that with the pinnacle rewards anyway.
But it is a Nightfall.
Yeah.
Still.
No, it's not.
It's enhanced Nightfalls. All right.
Different. Oh my god, man! Just stick to PvP.
All right.
It's useless to talk to you. It's useless to talk to you about.
To be fair though, like sometimes people just really prefer one section of a game, and more power to them. It's not that you only are focused on one, but you have more of an interest. Like if there was a GM version of Crucible, you'd definitely be all for it.
There is. It's called Trials, and he doesn't want to do that because it's too hard, too.
No, it is too hard. I fucking hate that game mode.
It's the game mode. It's the game mode.
It's the game mode. I don't like loot.
Nice. I don't like being slowed. Oh no.
Jesus, like I got two Hazels to deal with tonight. Imagine that.
Hey, I'm just going off orders given to me by the fellow Guardian Downcast community to agree with Hazel.
Okay.
I'm just doing that.
Oh, that's right. Thanks there, RNG Gatr.
I do be taking notes. Mm-hmm. It takes a while, but I sometimes read.
So, yes, giving Gatr a slight reprieve. Steam Deck and Destiny 2. PSA, don't play Destiny 2 on Steam Deck. If you do, you're probably going to get banned.
Battle Eye. Gonna get you.
Well, I mean, it is Battle Eye, but it's also just more in general of it's not set up for this. So it's going to set off a bell and whistle saying, hey, this person's doing something they shouldn't be.
I got you.
And then they're going to be like, hey, you're getting smacked. And they're going to smack you.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yep.
Right on
System.
the cheeks.
Yep. Exactly. If you're lucky, the cheeks.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to get kicked in the nuts. That's not good.
Yep, exactly.
Or punched in the face.
Or
that's fine.
What is it? A slap and tickle? Yeah.
Oh, no. That can't be good.
Oh, no.
I don't know. I heard that someplace once and it seemed applicable.
You're uncomfortable and in pain. Great. Just kill me now.
Shit. All right. I'm back now. Okay. So, under the shit's broken area, lots of little shit's broken. Lots of little shit got fixed. Enhanced 1-2 punch is disabled for those really, really tryhards. Enhanced pulse monitor, disabled for those tryhards too. Wellspring armor rewards. Again, that should be getting fixed as well. And there is a list of known issues. So if you're experiencing an issue, go ahead and take a look at this list in the TWAB and you can find out if my thing is on here, great. If not, then go ahead and head to the Bungie forums, tell them, and then they will go ahead and, add it to the list of shit that needs to get fixed. Then, Aside from that, movie of the week, one of them is about the Ghost, how it evolved from Forsaken to Witch Queen, which is very, very funny, actually. And then the other movie of the week is Bife's Dynasty or Dynasty.
I watched that. That was really good. Really well done.
Yeah. I watched it too. I talked about it, on the Guardian Hub. I was on their podcast last week.
Nice.
This week.
Yeah. Very cool, dude.
And, I watched basically this whole thing at, the dentist. So I took my daughter and my wife to the dentist and I stayed in the car and watched this on the data. So
yeah, it was like a movie, man. It was like an hour and 40 minutes, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. I'm watching that next.
It's really well done. Produced really well.
Yeah, it was. Then Artist of the Week. Nice to see Gamma Trap get some recognition. I love that tattoo of Savathun. That looks awesome. Then, so much to do, so little time. So with this is the Bungie store. Basically they're doing their, campaign for a game to give for charities and that. And they have a new shirt out for this too. It is Wear TWAB.
I love this shirt, man.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. If you actually read the TWAB when it came out, you probably would have loved it then too. Aside from that, much love and thank you all again for being guardians of the world. Cheers, DMGO4.
I read most of it.
Nice.
Thanks, Hazel. Appreciate
all right. Yep.
I see right through you, man. It's all right.
Yeah. Exactly.
There's no need to lie.
Yep. He's like, I know the important thing. There's a raid coming.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, looking for some like-minded gamers to talk Destiny with?
Or maybe just a place to de-stress and talk with others about life for a bit.
Or maybe just a place to discuss the latest movies, TV shows, new music out there?
What about the channels with New Year's resolutions or other goals and a fitness section?
Well, you're also forgetting about channels with our links to our clan, SpeakPipe, show music playlists, or even where to get a show t-shirt, mousepad, coffee mug.
Wow, you're not just a Destiny shill, you're a Guardian Down cast shill. Man, you're forgetting about the podcast questions channel, where listeners can put in their questions for the show.
And show feedback channel where listeners can talk about past podcasts and
just stop. Hasn't this shameless plug gone on long enough? I'm going to put a stop to it right now. Hey everyone, Just look for the GDC Discord community link in our weekly show notes wherever you get your podcast out there, or just visit guardiandowncast.com, where there's an invite link you can use anytime.
And later, Guardian.
Just stop it, man.
What?
Just lay off the caffeine.
That's not a problem. It's alcohol.
How has everyone's first 2 weeks in the world of Savathun's Throne World been?
Pretty good. I am very happy that I got on that cheeky little tier 3 exploit. And, went back and forth with my Eager Edge and Icarus Dash Warlock and just got 2 chests and noped out the area, came back in. And between a few runs, I was up ranks all the way up to rank 30. And then the next day, they patched it. Sometimes I get really lucky. Like I always sometimes I take a day or two to get on whatever quote unquote game breaking, fun, but helpful, but an exploit of a game that there is. And, usually I tend to get lucky where the next day it gets patched and I'm like, well, I'm glad I got it done. So now that's one less thing to worry about. I mean, again, it's not a big issue. I would have got it normally because I play the game, enough as it is.
Right.
But it's nice to just get to rank 30 and have all the, whatever stuff and rewards that were tied to it, higher difficulty this, higher difficulty Wellspring, whatever else the rewards were. And then, yeah, it's just unlocked. But other than that, campaign, loved it. People say is this it's definitely up there in the conversation. You can't really say, it was a good campaign, but it's no Forsaken though. You can say, it's a good campaign, but it's no Witch Queen though. You know what I mean? You can actually say stuff like that. Really enjoyed it. I like how, in one part, obviously they said they added raid and dungeon mechanics into the story, which I like. And then, the puzzle section and how, you have to figure it out, and then sometimes just figure it out really easy.
The reflections.
Yeah. Then, so it's not only just the campaign, but there's also, side stuff or some sort of, audio logs that you get from Savathun and stuff. It's just a nice, the whole thing is really good. I think what this expansion basically boils down to is the raid. How good is it? And then after that, people can judge it. I feel like that's a fair assessment to give it then. Because then you can say, oh yeah, the raid was good, the story was good, the end game was good, the investment and weapons were good. Beyond light, you could not say that about weapons. Because what weapons? There weren't that many. And the ones that you got from Europa weren't that great as well. Yeah. And then, they mentioned a little post and had to rectify it. But at least this time around, they got a lot of weapons. Not just, not really rehashed, but redesigned older weapons for world loot as opposed to also the seasonal, and we've not even seen the raid ones yet as of now. So,
and can I say the weapons fire really well and they sound really good.
Yeah, they do sound pretty not unique, but they sound different.
Yeah.
And they don't just sound like your regular ass Suros.
Yeah.
I mean, not really, but you have some different weapons and they sound similar to other weapons and it's just a different way, or it's got a different crucible thing on it. I don't know. The raid weapons will definitely, sound a unique way. And
yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah. Can't wait to see what they look like. But yeah, in general, great expansion. Loving it. Playing a lot. I had a lot of time to play it, but yeah, we'll see.
Where would you rank it, Mo, of all the expansions?
I'd say...
It's important how you answer this. Okay, go ahead.
It's important.
No,
to me. Get shot.
To me. Who cares?
Yeah, I got a laser around my forehead right now. Better be right. I say just from a pure gameplay perspective, I really liked how when you play Taken King, you finish the campaign and then boom, quest, exotic here, calcified fragments here, get this, and it just felt like there was so much, it was overwhelming me.
Yeah.
Maybe over time I've got too conditioned to it or whatever, but I like that feeling, even though we have the report logs for the message board and stuff. I feel like there's a lot of content in here as well. and it definitely feels worth it for whatever the hell the price is.
Right.
I'd probably say it beats. I'd definitely say it beats. I'd say it beats Taken King. Well, after the raid, we'll see if it beats Taken King.
Okay. All right.
I don't know about Forsaken because we have to wait and see how the story plays out, how the weekly stuff happens, if there is a weekly stuff, how the whole fallout of the story is. It's kind of hard because obviously with the Forsaken, you had like the Dreaming City curse, so we don't know what's going to happen after the raid. If something starts on Savathun's Throne World,
that's true.
If something else, or if there's like a part 2 of the story somewhere down, like you just don't know how they're going to go with story. But I'd say it's a solid B. Okay.
Yes. I love it. A callback.
I just thought of it on the spot. I'd give it a 6 out of 10. Okay. No,
I love you, man.
I'd say,
that's awesome.
Yeah, I'd say it's definitely better story wise than any other expansion.
Right.
I can't judge it on raid and post campaign
we don't know yet.
World. Yeah, because we don't know yet. But just purely campaign, really good. Loved it.
All right.
Loved the difficulty options and all that.
If I'm hearing you correctly, you're putting Taken King first, and then this one, and then Forsaken.
I'd probably put this one first, to be honest.
Oh, and then Taken King, and then Forsaken?
Yeah, I'd say Taken King,
solid.
then Forsaken.
Now,
I mean,
correct me if I'm wrong,
when I
Mo.
was playing Forsaken, yep.
Sorry, I didn't interrupt, but Taken King, were we able to replay the missions? I can't remember if we were or not.
Yes.
I believe you probably
They
could.
were on the map, right?
If not, then like, yeah, they were definitely on the map.
Okay.
And even if not, then you'd probably still have like a weekly story mission, and then it'd cycle between each of the story missions that you had.
See,
but
the thing I love about the story versus Taken King's story was fantastic, definitely, right? But the missions were fairly short. If you notice, they had fewer missions, or they had their basic 8 missions, right? They're 3 chapters and 8 major stories. But it seemed like every mission was like 3 little missions in one. Didn't it feel that way to you? Because you get your chest and you're like, oh, I'm done. Oh, no. Dot says you got to keep going. I'm like, what? So, yeah. I mean,
the missions felt longer, and like, which I'm all for. Like, I think everyone's like playing the campaign, and like a lot of streamers and stuff, they were saying, this is still the first mission? Yo, this mission's been going for ages.
Arrival.
And like,
forever,
they like
dude.
that. Yeah, because like, especially in this campaign, like, people want to play the story and like, experience it all. So they don't care like how long it's taking. It's not like, it's not like, oh, can this mission end already? If it's a shit mission, then I guess, but the way you can tell that when they said that they're putting care into it, they really did. And, it shows in what you're playing, and the fact that people like me can actually go across all 3 characters and get it all done in 1 week and not feel like, oh, I don't want to do it. So I don't want to be locked out of certain Throne World activities, or I don't want to play the story because it wasn't all that or something. Right. So I think that's it's a good sign of a good campaign if there is replayability, along with the fact that you have access to play them again. And then also on top of that, if you don't have a reason to do it, then you still do, because you have the 100k weekly story mission that you can do for a pinnacle. So even for story purposes, you do it. But then if not for that, you'd have played it anyway, because they're just good missions. I guess after you've done the campaign, you definitely need reasons like pinnacle stuff, or I don't know, like a weekly lore entry, or a triumph or something to keep it interesting, because no one's out there mind to just play story missions day in, day out for no reason. Like, you gotta have something behind it.
You just burn out. Yeah. You can't,
I mean, you'll just burn out because you're doing the same shit.
Yeah. Eventually you'll memorize everything that happens and it won't be a challenge anymore. But,
yeah.
Anything else on your opening, experience?
I've not had many of the, I've not done much of the seasonal stuff, but that's just me, like, getting lost in the world and being the Mountain Goblin.
The battlegrounds and stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
But I definitely want to get that bow Astacross was talking about, because that enhanced Archer's tempo and enhanced successful warm up or some shit. Like it looks really good.
That's it. Astrocross was really praising that bow, and those two new perks are awesome. They're awesome.
Yeah, they are pretty nice, and especially that you have enhanced perks now. So these weapons change up your regular ass weapons.
Right.
You actually want to have a little gold on your weapons now, and just certain stuff like that. Right. And then the fact that you can level them up and all that stuff, people are going crazy. Like I've seen screenshots on Twitter, like their Osseous trigger is like at fucking level whatever, and then their glaive is already like really high level as well, and it's like fucking hell. Like these guys, like, to do that you have to have it equipped for every activity, but also be using it non-stop. And, a new weapon like Glaive, really fun. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. It hits all the check marks for me. Now I just got to see how the raid is, and hopefully it's not a grueling experience. Yeah. And it's fun.
I hope it's
accessible. Fun, but yeah.
I hope it's accessible to more people, that's for sure.
Well, it is more accessible because it's only 1530.
Right, but I meant mechanics-wise. I mean, hopefully it'll invite more people to try raiding. But like DSC,
the one thing I wish for though is I do hope it's not a bit like DSC where it's like, here's this one mechanic and then you run it through the whole raid. It's good to understand for day one, but playing it later on, it loses its magic, or you don't feel like running the raid all the time, or you don't feel that enthused doing the raid. It's good to run people through it though, because once you teach them something, it's good and they'll know it. I don't know. It's like a hard balance. Like what a good raid for some people is not a good raid for a Sherpa.
Everybody's different. Yeah, everybody's different.
Yeah.
You know what? I mean, as we get ready for tomorrow's raid, I'm expecting a lot of puzzle stuff, like Last Wish. I'm expecting.
Yeah, I mean, especially if it's in a pyramid ship, it's gonna be wild.
I mean, because the way Savathun, just the way she is. I mean, everything is a riddle and very cryptic and mysterious. So I think they're going to play to that just like they have in the campaign.
That being said, I don't think it's going to be tied to her. I think it's more related to people. Well, a lot of people are saying it might be related to the darkness and Scorn, even, and having a Scorn raid.
Well, Mylan even said he really thinks there's going to be a lot of lore based in this raid. Oh, okay. I hope so.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. It's just speculation. No one knows. I've not really checked any, spoilers or something, because why spoil it?
I saw a few pictures today, but I didn't look into it too deeply.
The only way I spoil stuff is when I play the raid and we're all hitting a block, right. And then eventually we're just like, okay, fair enough. Like, let's just see what we have to do, kind of thing.
Yeah, you just want to nudge. You just want to nudge in the right direction.
Just want to, yeah.
Makes sense. As far as ranking the 3 major expansions, Taking King was a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong. The Dreadnought was a great world, but I have to put this at number 1, mainly because the story is all inclusive. There's a beginning, there's a middle, and there's an end. And you can do the campaign. I did it on normal with my main account, mainly because I wanted to get through the story and start experiencing some of the stuff that happens after the story. And I've done a lot of that on my main character. But today I just finished doing Legendary on my alternative character. And I must say, you are robbing yourself if you do not do the campaign on Legend. I know you're going to get frustrated, but I had...
Can you say that one more time? I zoned out. What was that?
No, you just go back and play your GM.
Guys, put the podcast speed 0.5 speed and hear Gatr say that again.
Yeah, you'll hear it back.
I cannot believe I just heard that.
I'm telling you, it's... I played it both ways. I did it normal and I did it on Legend. And you know what I loved about Legend is I took my time, and every night I would play a story, and each story or each, little mission, like I mentioned earlier, is like 3 missions in one. It's a long story. Each mission's going to take you about an hour to play. And that's taking your time, and doing the mechanics and stuff. I'm sure people can blow through it faster, but I wanted to enjoy the story again. This was the second time running through it. And now that I know the overall gist of the story, now I can actually start looking at the subtle things. And man, I enjoyed the second time around on this story much better on Legend. And yes, there were more mechanics and you definitely had to stay alive. But like we mentioned last week, you have these glaives. You have these staffs you can throw on the ground that save your point. So if you're just hitting your head against the wall, you can just come back the next day and start right where you left off. It's great. So the main thing is that the reason I rank it number 1 is because the story is all inclusive, and once you finish a story, you feel like a sense of accomplishment, and you know so much. And I love how they brought the lore into the campaign this time around. They did it heavily this time, so that's a big plus for me. Secondly, I have to rank Forsaken number 2 because they did a lot of changes in Forsaken that were so much better for the game. They brought the Triumph system in. They brought the Grimoire score. They brought the lore into the actual game instead of trying to find it on second websites and stuff. Forsaken really changed the path of Destiny 2. So I have to put it at number 2 and then Taken King at number 3. But
can I add a interject here?
Sure.
So, you know how people like people said the same thing for Taken King and Forsaken, like, oh, it was really great because the first year was like, that's not your point. I'm just saying how other people say, like, oh, it was really great because the first year was shit and they really fixed stuff. I'm like, that can't be a good enough reason.
No,
like, That's terrible on the, especially even worse on Destiny 2.
Yes, they were needed.
You've seen it happen in D1. You can't go back to bare bones. It's like whoever made that D1 year 1. It's like they didn't even play D1 year 2 or year 3 to the fact that they just made their own game. And it's like, you could. It's like you gave the game to new people. Yeah. Okay, make this game.
There were a lot of inconsistencies.
Like that sort of shit. Like, how could you do that?
I still believe that we went backwards from Destiny 1 to Destiny 2 in some respects. At least year 1. Year 1. We went backwards. We lost a lot of quality of life improvements that Destiny 1 had, and we had to go back to square one on Destiny 2. I'm not going to go down that hole. I'm not going to go down that path right now, but because we will be here all night talking about it. But I just wanted to mention a couple things that I really, really enjoyed. And the number one thing that comes to mind is the reflections, where you go and solve the little puzzles in the middle of the throne world, and you have like a weekly and then where you get you run it twice in 2 different locations and you get an actual powerful engram. And she does this, what we actually titled our episode last week was 2 Truths and 2 Lies. And I thought this was a one-off. I thought this was going to be a one-off where those are the 2 truths and 2 lies, which they mentioned, and it'll rotate back around or something. But this week I went there to do the reflections again, and she had another set of 2 truths and 2 lies. And I was like, man, this is blowing me away. This is Bungie's way of saying 2 things in these 4 things are going to happen and 2 things aren't. And they don't give you any hint either way. But I love how Bungie is actually incorporating that in their game, where we can start speculating more about what's coming up in the next game. That aside, my favorite mission so far is the Parasite weapon. That mission with Mara Sov, and you get the mission. You go to see Mara right after you finish the campaign. And all I can tell you is once you finish the campaign, I know you're going to want to go do some other things. Just keep on going and do the Parasite mission. It's not easy. There's a lot of fetch stuff and a lot of stuff you're going to have to do. But man almighty, that is my favorite story so far. It's comical. It has a lot of lore in it. It has some news that you're going to find out, Mo, that's going to blow your mind. I'm not going to.
Yeah, I did what you said at the beginning, where once you do the campaign, you just go do other stuff. That was me. I should have just carried on.
No, I did too. But I decided, you know what? I'm going to jump in and get this mission done. I'm not a big on grenade launchers. This grenade launcher just wallops everything, but you don't have a lot of range on it. I'll just let you know. You have to get up close. But you actually get a buff. If you get splash damage on it, you actually get a buff to damage. So, you know.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I don't really have much of an idea of the weapon, so obviously I've seen some people say, yeah, I got my stacks and whatever. I'm like, stacks of what? Don't know. Yeah.
That's how I rank it. All right, Hazel, we've blabbered and blabbered here. What's your take, man?
So I hate to be that guy, but if that's the hat that I have to wear, that's the hat I have to wear. So first and foremost, I can't say that I can't judge them yet until we get the raid.
Okay.
Yeah, that's half of why I was thinking as well. It's like,
that makes
you can't,
sense,
because you have to judge the whole package, right? You can't judge off of it.
I'm assuming just to back up my point, I'm assuming that they're going to blow it out of the water. So assuming that it's not a total flop, then okay. I'm sticking with my ranking.
So for me, Taken King is 1. Forsaken is 3, and then Witch Queen would be 2.
Okay.
And even if the raid comes out and lays a big fucking egg, it's still going to be 2 for me. I still think that, I mean, this is basically Destiny 3.
Yeah. Kind of feels that way, doesn't it?
I mean, they basically have just blown the roof off of it and said, hey, you know what? We're going to, we're just doing this. And they're making the game, basically it's a whole new game. I mean, there's weapon crafting, Void 3.0.
Man, I'm having a ball with 3.0.
So much stuff.
Yeah, like usually you'd expect like whole subclass changes to happen in a new game, and like whole new system changes, like, weapon crafting, for example. Like you wouldn't be crazy to think, okay, we just had D2, let's say for 4 years or 5 years, whatever it was, 4 years, let's say it'd be online. And then it's like, okay, cool. Now here's a new Destiny game in it. You have weapon crafting. You have these new weapon types. Hazel started talking and I was like, yeah, I got a really good point. And then I started making a point and it's like, oh, what else do we have? We have so much new stuff, but what else do we have? I just can't think of it, but it does feel like, systemic changes to like subclasses.
You're right.
Like, you'd really only see that.
It does feel like a Destiny 3. You're right, man. If you include the weapon crafting and everything, it makes sense, Hazel. It does feel like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like, I don't know. It's just like a whole new game. And I'm okay with that. I really am. But yeah, I mean, just for right now, I still think Taken King is number 1.
Okay.
I know that's,
I don't think you're being that guy. I feel like it's fair to say that. Like,
dude, it's a great story.
I think the way how people on the internet, if they just say, oh, well, Taken King is better, they're being like kind of malicious. They're not really saying why. Like, they don't really give it, oh, well, it was just better.
Taken King's better.
Well, it was.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like, if you say stuff like, okay, I really like, because obviously I kind of missed like collecting ghosts like around the planet and collecting calcified fragments.
Yes.
And then getting an exotic from it. And then the whole vibe of the raid, like that raid, it's so good. Like Forsaken's raid, Last Wish, is so good. It's just that if it had a bit more, like not the raid, but maybe, I don't know what they could have added. It's easy for us players to say, oh, if only they did this. But, I don't know. It's just how some expansions hit the mark like right on the head, and some maybe don't as much, like Shadowkeep, I guess. So it's like, sometimes it's just how they envision the game. And even earlier when I said stuff about, when they changed from Destiny 1 to Destiny 2 and how could they just get rid of a lot of the changes? It's like, yeah, but then what if they tried to innovate the game and it went in a completely other way where it was just insane? Like, you just don't know that, right? That's kind of the risk you play because you have all these testers, but, you think in your head, oh, this is going to be great. Like, we're going to change the whole way how Destiny is played, but then it doesn't hit that mark. So it's kind of, again, easy for players to say it, but probably much more harder for a developer. I'm kind of glad I'm not in their shoes. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, just think about it for a second. I mean, where are we going to end up in, this time next year?
Yeah.
Who knows?
We're going to
I really can't wait for it though.
We're going to have Arc 3.0. We're going to have Solar 3.0, Void 3.0. I mean, it's going to be crazy.
I can't wait to see what they're going to do with Arc and Solar. I mean, if Void is any indication, I mean, I don't know about you, man, but I feel like I'm actually powerful now. I'm actually soloing more stuff because I trust that my multiple types of Void 3.0 builds, no matter what character you have, you're good kicking in the door and kicking ass. It feels good, man.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
In regard to, like the other things that you mentioned, like with it, I really haven't been doing much with it. I've been in the game a whole lot. but I haven't been doing much. I mean, I completed the story on Legendary like any good Destiny player should do.
Don't. Okay.
I just want to enjoy the story.
No, I played it both. I've done it both ways, so now I have perspective. That's the only thing I'm going to say there.
Okay, and I didn't need that perspective, but yeah, I understand. Right. You gotta do your thing.
There's people out there who want to play it on normal. They don't want to. They don't want to play it on Legendary. So now I can tell them.
Of course. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you can tell them what I told them last week. Okay. So yeah.
I think it also depends, like how some people, like, eventually how maybe sometimes you dip your toe into like solo dungeon and stuff. Right. So like you kind of want to experience like maybe not new mechanics or even new like trying to figure out like a raid or something. I think it's just the type of player, and some people literally do just want to log on, play the campaign, and then get on with whatever the whole expansion offers them.
And that's the beauty.
But yeah,
Bungie gives us both ways to do it.
Yeah, if you ever do want to think about it, I'd say go for it. Just bring a blinding grenade launcher with you. That's my one suggestion.
Yeah, I didn't.
If not, then run Galahorn because it will dunk on everything.
Galahorn was my go-to, absolutely, for bosses.
Yeah, it was now you want. And if it's too difficult, then the good thing is you can just change it up.
You can switch it to regular, just like that. There's no sweat. Yeah. Was there anything else you wanted to add, Hazel? We've kind of talked over you again. Sorry, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay. I'm doing stuff. Okay, but, yeah, exactly. But besides that, I mean, I think, I don't know. This is going to be unpopular opinion, but, I think the missions are too long.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought they were just right.
Because man. They just kept going on and on and on. And I'm just like, fuck's sake, let's just move on with my life. I don't want less story, but what I would have liked would have been like a break, maybe like halfway through the mission where I could be like, all right, I mean, give us 16 story missions.
They could have done it that way. Hazel, anything else we want to, we got a few things we still need to do in the show tonight. I'm just trying to watch
before we get to any next bit.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I just quickly go through those bullet points that I said I had?
Yes.
I'll try and go through them really quickly. They're not too many.
No, go for it.
Yeah, so this is Mo's Corner. That's a new segment that we started for right now. Yeah. So, yes, the floor is yours, Mo.
Yep.
All right. So, firstly, I want to talk about, when you talked about the New Light experience and how the game gives you info, like the game tells you what to do, but it's not concise, and how like someone made a YouTube video showing how the HUD would be in game. Mm-hmm. Like, and giving you complete pointers. And then you were talking about it also that you were playing with your wife, and it was also like kind of a struggle, like the New Light experience.
Yeah. Hazel's wife, right?
Yeah, Hazel's wife, yeah. I thought I was being clear, my bad. But yeah, it's just mud, right? Like how a community member can like figure something out like that. I know like how development times are, we don't work in the workplace to know that. But I thoroughly agree, like, if you're a new player, like, you can't just load up the game and be like, orb of light. Like, what's orb of power? Like, and now, especially when they changed it, harmonic, siphon, kinetics, even like, what? So, if they have a new quest and it generate orbs of power to, progress this next step of an exotic quest, you're like, how can I do that? It won't tell you until you go over a helmet and then you see the mod and you read the description. That's the only way you'll know. And you could be on that quest for ages. Like some people are loading in and trying to do the Dreaming City. How do I get the Cursebreaker seal? My friend is literally trying to get the Cursebreaker seal. He can't get the pulse rifle from the Nightfall because it's not the Nightfall. And especially this whole season, in the Conqueror dial, there's no whatever the hell that Nightfall is. I already forgot the name. Corrupted, yeah. I know that. So like, if you can't get that pulse rifle, you can't get that seal.
Is this a Chattering Bone?
No. It's the let me see.
Chattering Bone was the one from
the raid.
Pulse rifle.
No, it was from the Nightfall on.
It's from the raid. Chattering Bone was from the raid.
Chattering Bone is from the raid, yeah. But the Nightfall one.
Last Wish? Okay.
Is I could offer Horror's Least.
Yes,
Horror's Least.
That's right.
Okay.
You can't get that anywhere else besides that Nightfall. And if that Nightfall isn't going to show up as a Nightfall, I'm guessing the 6 Nightfalls that you see for Conqueror are the only Nightfalls you get for the whole season. So if you don't see that's right, and you're not getting the pulse rifle and you can't get the seal. But like, he wouldn't have known that, so he would have been logging in every week trying to see if that's the Nightfall. He asked me for 2 weeks in a row. And it's just mad. Like, you know, you don't have a concise way. I know that's very specific and only a tile specific and not a new player is tile.
But it's a good point. It's a good point.
Interested to go for that. But I just thought it was something I was listening. I'm like, yeah, it does help if you have a clearer way of how to like even defeat a tank, a spider tank, for instance.
Right.
So yeah, thoroughly agree with that. Like, you know, they should, you know, increase the help that they provide. We already talked about Gambit and the changes, because I know Sokka asked a question and said, oh, why no one is playing it, but maybe it's just new season stuff, you know? New seasons, new expansions, so no one really wants to play like core playlists. You have your Vanguard strikes because you have a weapon to get. And to be fair, there are some crazies out there for Gambit. I swear, I shit you not, in the first week, I seen someone with Gambit ×4 gilded, and I'm like,
what?
You're mad. You are mad, my dude. I'm mad, but you're fucking madder than that. I don't know how. You must be on some shit. How you go ×4 and dread. But then again, some people probably absolutely love Gambit and that's all they do.
Yeah.
And I can't say I hate it because I did endure it to get Reckoner, which was a fucking...
That was a grind.
You know,
I don't even have
that was a
Reckoner.
grind.
I love Gambit. I didn't get Reckoner. It was too much work, man.
But then again, maybe that was like my, my triumph score side, like, you know, my completionist kind of side that I wanted to get it done. It's not something like Trials of Osiris or competitive where I just don't see myself going to 5500 or I just don't care enough to go for it. Sometimes I do. So yeah, people just have different things they want to go for.
Okay.
All right. I'll just go over a few more just quickly.
Yeah. No, you're good.
Yeah. I just want to see, cause some of them are very vague. Like I just made a note on it while listening to a podcast and I'm like, what am I supposed to add on Spider-Man review? Like, I was probably trying to take the piss, but I don't know.
I give it a B.
But yeah, solid B.
Solid B. 3 stars.
But yeah, I want to say regarding Spider-Man, I think maybe I talked about it in in your movie show discussion or whatever Marvel chat we had. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if like when I first went to watch it, like if the first time I just felt like I was low on sleep, because I feel like I did have low on sleep and I just went and I felt like I didn't have as much, like I didn't feel like I was properly awake for it or something. And then I went to watch it again with my friends and it's like, I don't know, maybe it's like the people you go watch with or something, because they're like, oh, it was good. It's not bad, but you know, and then I'm just there like, yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. I don't know. So maybe I just wanted to pose the question, like, do you feel like who you go watch movies with, could they potentially like change your view on a movie? Or like if you go to watch it day one as opposed to like a day, 2 weeks, 3 weeks down the line, if like a crowd is generally more hyped for a movie, does that also get you hyped? Does that affect your experience of a movie? Because I feel like it's a bit like watching a sports game. Like, if the crowd are really up for it, you fucking having a good time. And if they aren't really up for it, then maybe you feel a bit similar to them. I don't feel bummed out by the movie by any chance. I feel like it was great, but it's like,
yeah, I mean, I thought it was I thought Spider-Man was good. It was a solid movie, but it wasn't like everyone's talking like it's just, oh my God, it's the best Spider-Man ever. I don't know. It's just, I think if you go on the first week of release, that's where all the fans are going. That's why it's sold out for a week. That's why Avatar was sold out forever, it seemed. But I go with my wife. I mean, we're both, that's our hobby. That's the thing we do together is watch movies. And I'll watch anything from a superhero movie to a serious indie film. And we pretty much have our own opinion on it. We don't really swing each other.
See, I've noticed that you talk about, I know early on when you were talking about movies you guys went to watch and it's like, oh, I thought it was great, or my wife thought it was a great, but I was like struggling to keep my eyes open or something like that.
No, she doesn't sway me at all, to answer your question. But if I was in a crowd that was fired up about Spider-Man, I would probably give it a half a star more just from the hype. I agree.
Yeah.
I think the first week release, I think that has an impact. Hazel, what do you think?
Yeah.
I mean, Well, okay. So in all honesty, I saw one trailer for Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
And then I decided...
That's what I want to talk about as well. I feel like I may have seen a few too many trailers. And like, you know, once you watch the movie and then you watch the trailer back, you notice how much you actually see in a trailer. It's fucking nuts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, motherfucker, it's supposed to be a trailer, not the whole thing. Well, not really, but you know, you get really big points shown. It's like, imagine not seeing... We can talk about Spider-Man, right? It's been long enough, right?
Dude, yeah. Sure.
Yeah. So like imagine, seeing, if you don't see MJ falling at all.
Right.
It's like, you know, just not seeing that at all. Like, you'd feel even more like in the moment, like, what when she's fall, who's gonna save it? You know what I mean? Like, so many questions running through your head.
Absolutely.
But if you've already seen it in a trailer, you're like, oh, wait, here it is. Like, this is that one part. Like, you'll just notice it. You can pictures together, like, you know, piece them together kind of thing.
I hate movies that tell you the whole movie in the trailer. That tells me that your movie has no substance because you just told me the movie. And I'll look at my wife and I'll go, I just saw the movie. Done. Moving on.
Mm-hmm. Well, your wife said that to you about that movie coming out, Ambulance.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, she did. We haven't seen it yet.
I don't think it's out yet.
No.
But,
yeah.
I mean, but I'm just saying, though, that...
Yeah, I don't think it's wholeheartedly due to, like, fans' experience or how hype a crowd is. I'm just wondering, like, if you're not, like, completely sways your opinion, but it could have an impact on how you feel in a movie. Like, I loved it, but I don't know. I wouldn't say it's, like, one of my most favorite ones. But again, people have different opinions. Like, people could be, like, a really crazy about comic books and stuff.
Yeah,
and like they maybe grew up on Spider-Man, or maybe they were.
It's like Destiny lore. It's like everything.
Yeah, maybe they grew up on Spider-Man. Maybe they grew up on like, all these. Like, I don't read comic books, but like, people just people have different views. Like, let's say when I was watching, you know, it's all about like CW shows. Like, if they released a Flash movie there and then, I'd be all about it. And I don't care what the crowd could be saying, or like feeling about it, or like what my friends would be saying. Like, if I liked it, I'd like it. Right. So I feel like some movies just have like unruly opinion. Like, nothing can like sway your judgment on it. If you like it and you're a fan of it, you'll just fucking love it. Yeah. So, you know, judgments it's kind of hard to review movies. I'm also glad I'm not a movie reviewer.
Well, that's why I'm seeing Batman next week and not this week, because I don't want to be swallowed up in the fan hype. I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, you should do what Helios is doing. He's trying to avoid all the kids, and that's a smart way of doing it.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. It makes sense. Got all these families bringing their kids and stuff out to watch it and stuff. I'm like,
That's not a kid movie, but yeah.
That's true. But yeah, you get my point, though. I mean,
it's mainly, kind of.
I'm not going to go down the road.
I want to go watch the movies.
That Marvel makes movies. Marvel makes movies now that appeal to all ages. I mean, it kind of takes away the.
Don't start that.
I know.
We had to talk about that, because I don't think they do. Okay. I mean, they just make their movies, and you know, whoever writes it, you know, if they want to make it comical or whatever, or you know, funny or serious, or even dark. I think it just depends on what the character is and what they call for. Like, you know, I don't think you could watch let's see, like, you can't watch a Deadpool movie and it be completely serious all the time.
Disney just said that they're going to release a Deadpool rated R movie. It's going to be their first rated R movie. So
it's like certain things called for certain genres, and certain characters just like wouldn't fit. Like, you know, imagine like an incredibly cheesy, just funny comedy, I don't know, like Black Panther. I don't know, it just wouldn't suit. Yeah. Like, you know, when it came out. Yeah. Like, you know, it just different movies, different vibes and stuff.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Okay. That was my point in the movie.
Okay.
Right, good with that.
Okay. Anything else? What else you got? Throw it at me. Come on.
Oh, Hazel, you know, you're saying about Ikora not telling you about, the game not telling you that Ikora has the grenades. Yep. What is that about, my dude?
Yeah, I know.
Like, I swear, I think towards the end of the campaign, like, you know, when you have to go see her, speak to her in the tower, then speak to her on Mars, because, you know, they're different Ikoras, by the way.
Yeah, isn't that funny? You're talking to Ikora, and it says, oh, yeah, by the way, go talk to Ikora on Mars now. I'm like,
go talk to her again. Like,
I'm right
go talk
here
to her harder,
talking to her.
like, properly.
Go talk to her harder.
I did that today, and I was like, are you kidding me? I'm already talking to her. Why do I need to go to Mars to talk to her? Just go to Mars. Okay, fine.
Yeah, so went over the inventory, and it's like, oh, grenades. And I'm like, oh, gee, thanks, game. Thanks for telling me.
They didn't tell you.
So I go on the alt, and then I go on the alts, and it's like I can buy it straight away. It's like, well, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So that kind of leans hand in hand with like that's
why we mentioned
not really a new game experience, but like an experienced game experience. Like, just tell us.
That's kind of why we did tips and tricks kind of at the end of our podcast last week, because there's a lot of things they don't tell you.
Yeah, I listened through that, and it was like actually like really helpful. Even not for me, but like I can know like it will be helpful for someone. Like,
right.
I fucking hate the tooltip. I think everyone's talking about it. Like, can the tooltip go away? You got the puzzle wrong, it would not go away. I had to leave the mission and come back in, get the puzzle done quickly, because it's like, oh, you have not figured out this riddle.
Yeah.
They all change. I know they all change. I figured it out already.
Yeah, but did you know they all change?
No.
They all change.
I don't think anyone made it clear.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I wasn't looking there. I was looking like somewhere else. I'm looking at porn.
By the way, did you know they all change? That's the way it feels, doesn't it? It's like, okay, I got it already. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah.
Equip your new fragment. I did. Equip your new I did.
Yeah, you have to go back and equip it again. It's so stupid. I know, I went through that too, man. I feel your pain there. I was like, come on, man, I'm not a new player. Can I opt out of this? No. Equip the new fragment. Fine. I'll take it apart and put it back on again. If happy, good.
All right. Probably one of my last viewer points. When you guys were on Witch Queen hype, you were saying stuff like you're hoping Witch Queen would solve vault issues, or at least like with weapon crafting, it would help vault issues. So how do you think? Okay. How do you think it's doing? How do you think the weapon crafting is working? If you've even had time to put time into it, how do you feel it's impacting your vault?
Go ahead, Hazel.
That's what I want to know.
No, we'll go with Gatr first.
Now, I thought they would. I thought they were going to take the vault problem. I thought they were going to approach it from the collection side, because nobody uses collections anymore, other than weapons that you can't
not even
use
Bungie.
anymore.
But yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So no, what they did is they went a total 180 here. What they did is they went with all new weapon system on the other end, where we would eventually, and I think this is going to happen eventually, all but a few weapons. Eventually, we're going to have our own crafted weapons the way we want it, and we're not going to have to hold 5 copies of one weapon. Hazel?
Yeah, I hope so, because Hazel, you go for it first.
For me, I think that this is sort of helping me with my vault, because I started deleting pretty much everything in my vault, except for like the weapons that I've had that mean a lot to me.
Yeah.
And it's not because of like anything crazy. Like, I mean, weapon crafting is weapon crafting, but for me, it's that the origin traits.
Yes.
Yeah, some of them are really good.
Yeah, they are.
I just noticed the Gambit one, tagging invaders. Pretty nice if I want to play Gambit, but it's
but you have to play Gambit. Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, I mean that's something cool. I mean, it's like, oh, okay, well, I want that. And then it's like, I mean, honestly, with the mods, I don't use the siphons.
Yeah. I only used it once to get orbs for something, but other than that, I don't use it, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, it's too much to spec into for Charge with Light, and Charge with Light, I mean, it goes away so quickly.
Yeah, I feel like it only works if you have the Artifice armor, because you know how it gives you an extra seasonal slot.
Right.
So you can have an extra elemental mod, and then the seasonal elemental well mods. Plus, then you can have an ammo finder and a siphon.
Yeah.
But fucking hell, man. I ain't grinding through that. I mean, I could, if I feel like it's a necessity, I might have to. But it didn't feel like a big point back then when they released it. Now it feels like you have to, because you want to get elemental ordnance on, or armament, font to might, font to wisdom, fucking volatile flow.
That extra slot's
elemental
important,
charge. Yeah.
I may be running some Avarice raids or dungeons to get that.
Master. Exactly. Damn right.
Good luck though. Master's fucking difficult.
That's what I heard. That's why I haven't done one yet.
You are such a.
I said that for your sake, Hazel.
My God, man.
All right, come on, run me through one. Let's go.
I ain't carrying your ass. You're going to have to contribute.
Hey, I just soloed the legendary campaign. I don't need to carry
That doesn't mean anything.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's step one.
Hazel's there like, that's rookie numbers, kid.
That's step one, Grasshopper.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Now it's like, now you're going to be like soloing dungeons and stuff like that. That's a gateway drug to me.
Yeah.
So
you got to turn into like a bit like Lana and try and get all these triumphs done for like solo this, solo that, get some emblems.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go that far.
Okay.
Lana's
maybe
on
just me.
level.
Maybe me, Helios, and Lana will just do
you know
this
what?
pretty shit.
on that point, I feel like I can do more of these things now that I have this badass Void 3.0 to work with. I just love the power. Dude, I love the power fantasy. And like I said, if they're going to do the same thing with the other two, Arc and Solar, I cannot wait, dude. I mean, I've been doing battle, what do they call them? Psionic battle.
Battlefield 24.
No. Don't you mention that. No, I've been doing the Psionic Battlegrounds solo. They're like, well, how do you do it solo? I'm like, in some way, I dismantle matchmaking. I create my own little freelance playlist.
A man dismantle matchmaking for legendary shards.
Well, I don't dismantle it.
I'm just messing up.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But I've been doing it solo. I even did one where I never died. Solo, the whole Battlegrounds. I would never.
I've died on a few ones because there are a few holes in the map, and it's like, why are there holes here?
Yes, I died one time. And I was like, you kidding me? I have this little fishbone, little hole in the middle. Really? Seriously? That's another subject. But no, because of Void 3.0, I feel like a badass now. I'm more brazen to try things like Master Avarices and stuff. So yeah, bring it on. I'm ready.
Wow.
Just a quick point on Void 3.0. I like how on the Warlock you have like the Healing Rift that debuffs stuff, that debuffs enemies, as well as like the grenade that can weaken enemies. On the Hunter you have the Smoke Nade that still weakens, and the grenade plus the tether. The Titan also has like the volatile explosions, just intrinsic, but then you can keep punching people and they all explode.
Yeah.
So it's wild how like certain. Well, even though they lean into like certain aspects of the character, like Bastion for the Titan and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's just wild how you can change subclasses and like they feel so unique and different.
I love it. I've already got a badass Titan build.
3-shot tether with Orpheus is insane.
Hell, we were playing Fog. We were playing Fog last night, and one of the big birds pop up in the middle. Hazel hits it with one tether, and it's dead. I'm like, what? I saw that. I was like, what happened? I just hit tether. I have Orpheus rig on. Holy crap, man. He neutralized that thing. I've never seen a tether do that. Tethers were always kind of funny and laughed at them because they really didn't do much.
Yeah, and you don't go flying for the next generation and, to the next fucking solar system as well. You throw all your 3 tethers off and, you're basically where you were when you tethered, which is so good.
Yeah. I'm loving it, man. I'm loving these new builds. I mean, I've got my Titan and my Warlock. My Hunter's next, but I cannot wait, dude. The fantasy value and the crafting of the new crafting of all the Void subclasses, and there's not just one build that everyone goes to. There's derivations. There's different deviations of the same build, but you can tweak it to your playstyle. Bungie, well done. I love what you've done here.
All right, that's my Mo's Corner bit done. I had a few other stuff, but like either I made points on them, but I had no idea why I tried to actually ask.
Here,
some of them are just really vague. But yeah, I've asked enough.
We'll end it right here. That's the end of Mo's Corner. Thank you, Mo.
That's okay. So I do something. I was literally listening to a few episodes and I might want to ask them something about this and something about this. So,
good.
As opposed to being asked stuff, so I'd make a little little note.
Yeah, I love it, man.
Cheers.
Well, good job. Awesome. Good job. That was good conversation, guys. That's what I love podcasting. I love conversation.
Yeah, I didn't want to take up too much of the time.
Nah, speaking of which, I think it's time for community questions. What do you think, Hazel?
I believe so.
Hey, Guardians. Would you like to send a question for the show to us? There are 4 ways to do it.
You can join our Discord server. There's a join link in our show notes. We have some great gamers in there, and you can just lurk and hang out, or jump right in and talk with us. There's also a channel labeled Podcast Questions where you can type in your question for the show.
You can also email us at guardiandowncast@gmail.com. Or we occasionally tweet about our upcoming show and guest, and you can respond there with your question. At Guardian_D_cast is our Twitter handle.
Finally, you can send us a voicemail with your questions at speakpipe.com/guardiandowncast, all one word, and we'll play it on the show.
Thanks for all you guys and gals do for our show. It really is great. And Toddles.
And later, Guardian.
Hey man, that's my line. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the week. This is where we get our questions from our community. And tonight we have 2 speak pipes. And the first one is from Mr. Sharp Valor. What's up, Sharp?
Hey guys. Long time listener, second time caller. This is Sharp here. And, I was thinking, I enjoy playing simple games, like Tetris or word cookies or anything that really gets my brain going, trying to figure things out, kind of like little puzzle games. So my question to you guys is, what do you do to keep your mind sharp?
Good question. What do you think, Mo?
Recently, I did start playing Wordscapes. Not sure if you know the app, but it's like just forming words. Like you have a dial of words and you have to form words and, you get through levels and stuff. I started playing that, I say recently. It was like maybe 6 months ago. It was most recent memory. But then I played it. And then eventually I ran out of coins or something, the hints. Mm-hmm. And then I just realized that there's answers on Google. And then I was just doing that as well for a long time. When events, I was trying to be high up in a leaderboard or something, just passively doing it on the way to work or coming back from work. And then eventually I'm just what's the point? I'm just looking up answers. I'm not really doing anything. I'm not getting anything from this. And then I just stopped. But, other than that, not much. The only way I keep my brain active is by reading a TWAB. I don't read that much.
That'll do it.
Yeah, especially those really lengthy ones. But yeah, personally for me, I don't have much else I do other than that.
What about you, Hazel?
So, for me, it's playing chess.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, I'm all on board. It's just, nothing better than I beat somebody in 14 moves. So I was pretty excited about that. And
nice. What's your rating now, by the way?
It depends. I have two characters. I have 2 profiles. One of them is 1320, I think, 1340.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other is, I think, maybe almost 1100.
Okay. Nice, man.
So yeah.
I totally didn't put those numbers into Destiny power levels. I'm
I know.
He's so far away. He's so far away. 1100. Don't be silly.
Yeah.
I'm wait, he's talking about chess.
The floor is 1350. Come on, Hazel.
Yeah. Come on. What's wrong with you? How come you're going backwards?
It's power. It's not light anymore.
You broke the game.
Yeah.
Feels like it.
I suck at this, but I have to play it because it does keep my mind fresh. Is Words with Friends. My wife is a teacher and she kicks my ass in vocabulary. So, but I enjoyed playing it. I did play chess with friends briefly, but man, my chess game is so rusty. I got a long way to go in chess. I love playing. The problem is no one in my family loves to play chess. My dad and I used to play as a kid. When I was a kid, after dinner, he'd play a game before I went to bed. And I still cherish those moments. I wish I could do that, with my son, but he never had an interest in chess. So, but I think just at my age, let's just say I'm over 40. It's really good to keep playing video games because your mind is constantly solving problems. Not to mention the eye-hand coordination, which is very important as you get older. But I have friends that don't play video games and their eye-hand coordination sucks. And just the fact that I train my eyes and my hands every day, just playing Destiny or shooting a first person shooter type situation, and to boot, trying to figure out how to get through a legendary story, trying to plot it out. Okay. Like you were saying earlier, Mo, stay the hell from that side, because that guy will melt my ass. So what I'm going to do, I'm make a little mental map here. I'm going to go do this. We're going to eliminate all these. And then step B, we're going to come around and eliminate the ones on the bottom. And then we'll attack that guy when there's no ads picking on us. Things like that, man, really are strong. That strategizing.
Yeah, that's one of the main points of trying to get like a dungeon done. When you're trying to do solo flawless or something, you do enough reps and then you just realize, all right, shit, okay, ads are coming from these 2 rooms. So I just got to watch it when the boss is at, let's say, 20% health. All the waves of ads are coming out. And then I know where to sit, where to stand, where to like pop a healing rift or where to pop a tether right as they spawn, like stuff like that. So like, it's just the mastery of it.
And this is one thing I would say that I'm learning now with soloing stuff like dungeons and like the legendary story, is break it up into parts. Instead of looking over at the whole thing and going, oh my God, this is just impossible. Break it down into steps, break it down into little bite-size steps. And before you know it, you'll be done with the story or you'll be done with the dungeon. The little things like that, man, I'm telling you, they keep my mind fresh. So good question, Sharp. Thanks, buddy. Good to hear from you. Okay, we have one here from Mr. Rushjet.
What's up, dads? So, what tips would you give to someone who's trying to start their own podcast? Do you think staying focused on one topic is a better idea? Having maybe a broader topic? Or even just being all over the place talking about whatever you want and just having your personalities be the thing that draw people in? Also, what's your favorite band? Personally, mine's GWAR. Intergalactic crack-addicted space aliens playing heavy metal music and slaying the audience. Anyway, later, guys.
Yeah, great question, Rush. And yeah, GWAR's a good band too. Let's start with favorite band. Mo?
Okay, so this I've recommended a song by them today, but it's a K-pop group called Dreamcatcher. Okay. So they've been dubbed to like have like they have like rock music, or like at least their songs sound like similar to the rock. And like some people like compare them to, oh, it's like this is what you'd hear in an anime or something. And like that's how like some general folks have called it. So I'd say that as regards to the podcasting, I'd say just keep it you. Like, there's plenty of podcasts out there, and if you try and just keep it concise to one topic, maybe you won't have like you'd probably have listeners, but I don't know. I feel like if you bring your own flavor to your podcast, like that's what will help it keep it unique. And with that, you'll establish some sort of a fan base or like a listener that like actually likes your whole structured format of your podcast, as opposed to just being, I don't know, let's just say every podcast in the world was tips and guides on Destiny 2. Like, you could listen to so many podcasts. You could listen to sections of so many podcasts. You wouldn't need to listen to a new one if it was just focused on that. So I guess if you have a broad range of topics that you want to talk about, or whatever ideas people bring to the board, co-hosts or such, or people that you're potentially making the podcast for, I'd say be open and try out, test the waters, see how a podcast episode goes. If you don't like it, change it up, go over it yourself. Just you have to hear it, and if you like what you're talking about, and if people like what you're talking about, then I think it'll be the intro of a really good podcast that you're making.
Yeah, well said, man. Well said.
Nice.
Hazel,
yeah.
You being dad?
Well, favorite band. So
yeah,
I'm very, very late to the party with this band, but so a band that I've been listening to lately has been Imagine Dragons. No, I'm just kidding. Is actually Tool.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, but it's Tool.
Oh.
So I've been listening to them a lot, and again, I mean, I would not have been listening to them without this podcast, because I thought they were, I don't know exactly. I didn't think they were my style.
Yeah.
But yeah. So Tool is my favorite band at the moment right now.
Okay.
And aside from that, in regard to the podcasting, I would say, I mean, kind of like what Mo said, just, I would say stick to maybe like one thing, one topic that you are passionate about, and then go with it. Just bring your own flair to it. Maybe listen to a couple podcasts about whatever it is that you're looking to get into, and then, see how it goes.
Yeah. Yeah. Good advice. All good advice. Geez, favorite band. It's like favorite kid, man. I'll just tell you a band that I love Missio. All right. I've made that pretty clear in past episodes. I love their style. I know. I love their style and stuff, but I still go back to my favorite band being Tears for Fears. They were so ahead of their time. And yes, I know it's pop music. It's not exactly hard rock, but a lot of Tears for Fears, you hear their music in a lot of new stuff today. Even prog rock, Hazel, you hear Tears for Fears, a lot of the thematic and styles of music you see in progressive rock too. And all over the place. So yeah, I mean, I have to throw it to Tears for Fears.
That would be interesting if I listened to prog rock.
I know. Potato patata. It's not for everybody. Okay. Podcasting. Wow. I've done a lot of research on podcasting, and, all I can tell you, I mean, these two gentlemen kind of said it the best. I mean, personality and having passion for what you're podcasting about, I would say that's where you got to start. Because if you don't have passion for your topic and you don't have any personality or flair in your show, why should people listen to you? As far as topics and range of everything, I think you should, like Hazel said, pick something and run with it. And listen to a few similar podcasts and maybe see something that they're not doing and try to integrate that into what you do. But it really, you could copy anything everybody's doing right now. And if you have your own flair and your own passion, you'll find people that'll love to listen to you and want to listen to you and want to follow you to whatever you're doing. So it's the Wild West right now. Podcasting is hot. And a lot of people are doing it, and a lot of people are realizing that it's a lot of work. They jump in it thinking they can just plug a mic in and talk and then, send it off. It's not quite that easy. It's a journey, and it's something you're going to have to learn. It's like anything in life. It's a hobby. It's something you're going to have to take up and start getting better at every time. But I have to give a shout out to Danny Pena. I listened to his podcast this week, Gamertag Radio. He's been doing it for 17 years, man. He podcasted back when you're not supposed to say the word pod because everyone thought it meant you had to have an iPod to listen to it. I listened to that, his 17th anniversary, episode this week. If you have a chance to listen to it, you ought to listen to it. This guy is the OG. This guy, if it wasn't for him, I don't know if Hazel, we'd even be here right now. He really,
I think a lot of podcasts wouldn't be.
Absolutely. And, I have to give him a shout out, man. I know he probably doesn't listen to my little podcast, but shout out to him, man. Hopefully he'll get back to him because what they do over there at Gamertag Radio is wonderful. They're really good people, and they've been doing it longer than anybody almost. I'm sure there's some out there, but gaming podcasts, they've been doing it a long time. And I'm amazed. I just talking to Hazel today. Can you imagine if we were doing this for 17 years? I don't know, man. I mean, you never know. You never know.
I wonder how many heart attacks I would have had.
I don't know. I'm thinking how many nervous breakdowns
would we have? How many Hazel sighs would we have?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And how many shit's
17
broken?
years. Yeah, 17
That's a long
years.
time.
Shit's broken.
That's a marriage, dude. That's a marriage.
They have a Triumph score, 100K. Shit's broken.
There you go. There you go. Thanks, RushJet.
Just getting back to the podcast, I'd definitely say you have to treat it like a hobby. You have to treat it with love and care because you want to put something out that people want to hear, but at the same time, you have to put in the time and effort to edit and stuff. So it's all well and good seeing, plenty of people are doing podcasting. I want a podcast, or even streaming. Plenty of people are streaming. I want to stream, but you kind of have to put the time and effort into it. And you kind of have to have a personal sense of want, need to do it.
Absolutely.
And if you have that, then it doesn't matter what you're talking about. Well, we should be fine.
Yeah.
As long as it's not something crazy, something stupid. No one really wants it. But you'll have your set of fans regardless, as long as you have put passion into it. That's what I'd say for anyone new starting out.
And I'll say one more thing here when it comes to editing. This is my creative outlet right now. Is I'll take, what the biggest thing that most people are taken back by when they join us on a show after listening to our podcast is how raw everything is and how unpolished it is. They're kind of taken back and like, oh, wow, this isn't like anything like I hear on the podcast. It's totally different. And I take everything we say tonight as one giant file and I just kind of mold it. And, me and Hazel talk. We have our own little personal chat. We talk back and forth on things we want to integrate into the show and stuff. So it's got to be a passion project. It's got to be something you really love to do. If you're dreading having to edit a podcast, then you're probably going to either have to hire it out, which means your creative element there is probably going to be limited to whoever's doing your editing, or just may not be for you. But it's something you want to definitely try. Because it's not hard to get into. It's just hard to master it. And I'm always trying to learn to do better, as Hazel would say. All right. Thanks, guys. RushJet, great question, buddy. Great question. Good to hear from you.
Did you say we have 36 questions?
All right, guys. Let's jump into our Discord. Let's grab some questions here. I think we have some from Mo, Hazel. Trying to pull them up here.
I believe we do. Yes.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and pull those up here.
I think we actually had room to pen stuff this week.
I know. That's what I was just about to say. So, from Mitchy Slaps, a.k.a. Big Titty Moth Mom Savathun, at MoHafo, will you please save some women for the rest of us?
I cannot tell you, I was literally breaking into laughter. When I seen that message earlier in the day, I was like, oh man, that's such a good question. Sorry, mate. Everyone's checking out my triumph score and they're like, yep, we want that Ravensbane. We want all of that Ravensbane hotness. Nah, honestly, I have no relations at the moment. So, mate, the women's, they're all for you. Go for it. You hope you find your big titty goth, big titty goth GF. Or moth GF, whatever tickles your fancy.
Nice. I've got one here from Better Than Davis in every way. This is Isakarogi. You mean to tell me it's been this long and MoHafo still hasn't been on the podcast? Crazy. Question for the show. Mo, what games do you have lined up to play after your 3 or 4 weeks of hard grinding and for Destiny 2?
This is a good thing that I actually have my PC on, so I can see what games I have. Oh well, on PlayStation, I know for sure. Oh my god, I swear. Never mind. I just looked to my left and I seen a CD of a PlayStation 5 game that I've not played yet. Miles Morales. On top of that, it's the Ultimate Edition, so there's also the Spider-Man Remastered.
Very nice.
On top of that, I bought Ghost of Tsushima probably a year ago. And then I bought the digital upgrade or the director's cut for the PS5 a few months ago. Well, I don't know when I'm playing it. I don't know when I'm playing that. I don't know when I'm playing, there's also Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I probably will start that soon. But then Horizon Zero Dawn, I still have to play the DLC for the first game.
Oh yeah.
and then I can play the new one. I'm currently playing, I might finish off Witcher because I'm in the DLC for Witcher 3. Even though then I played that game when it came out, but then I didn't play the DLCs. I just dropped it because I didn't know when they were coming out or if I wanted to play them. And then they came out and then I played a bit of the first DLC. Then I just dropped it again because it's not like I didn't like it. Just other games took a foothold. So, I probably will straight away once I hit any bit of a break, finish off Witcher completely, then probably go into maybe finishing off that DLC for Horizon and then getting into Forbidden West or playing Spider-Man or Ghost of Tsushima or Valhalla. Fucking hell, there's too many games.
I noticed you didn't mention Elden Ring. You're not going to mess with Elden Ring?
No, I don't know. I've not really been much of a Souls person.
Okay.
I played Bloodborne earlier. My friend recommended me and oh my god.
That's a tough game.
That Father Gascoigne, motherfucking piece of shit. Oh, I hate him with a passion. I'd be in the fight for so long and the guy would just counter me and just shotgun me or whatever. I don't know how he catches me with the neck or whatever his counter move was. I was like, and I'm dead. Just like that.
Hits you with a finger and you're dead, yeah.
Mate, literally, he looks at you like You fucked up, kid. Like, no, I didn't. Yeah, you did.
It's
you did.
Unforgiving, man. Unforgiving.
Yeah. So, at least with the Destiny death, like, you can see it coming. You know, your health slowly goes. Now, that one is just... Yeah. Now you're finished. You blink and you're dead. So, wow. I don't know. Maybe some people enjoy it, but, like, I just have too many games. I'd rather not bang my head against a wall playing a different game.
Yeah, the thing is, they're not going
especially
anywhere.
When I'm not comfortable with. Yeah.
They're not going anywhere. When Destiny gets worn out and you're tired of doing Destiny, you know, they'll be there waiting for you.
The one thing I do like about PC, though, is like on Steam, when they have like summer sale or whatever, I swear for like £40, maybe £35, I could buy like 10 games.
It's great, isn't it?
10 games. And it's like, mate, if I try and do 10 separate games on the PlayStation, I don't know. It's looking bleak. Like even when they have sale on and it's like, oh, it's like £5-10 cheaper. Like,
yes,
okay. I'm spoiled because I see Steam sales and it's like fucking 80% off. You're like, oh, yes, add. Speaking of,
you can't beat
Fallen
it, man.
Order,
you're like, I might play this game for 50 cents. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll play this game for that's only £2.
Yeah.
Like Witcher 3 was like 7 or maybe even 6.
You can get some
the Game of the Year edition. I'm like,
I mean, I'm gonna pull up Steam now because my collection keeps growing too, and you know, I just played Destiny. You know,
and that's useless.
It is, but you know what? They're not going anywhere. Games are right there.
It's fine, Gatr. You know, if one day you ever hang up the PC and you don't want to play it, I'm sure there's one guy out there that would be happy to play all the games in your library.
There you go. That'll work.
They don't pay for the PC; they pay for the library.
Well, of course. All right, Hazel. What else we got, man?
Question from Sweaty Spooks. Question for Mo. What's an activity within Destiny that you prefer a fire team? And an activity you prefer to do solo and why?
So, whenever new DLC drops, whenever a new seasonal mission drops, an exotic, doesn't matter if it's going to be the hardest thing in the world, I'm going to do it solo, simply because I just want to tune out noise. I don't want to like hear anyone's input on anything. I just want to experience the whole thing for myself. I do like exploring as well, even though like once I look at the time, it's like, man, I've been in this mission for how long? But like, I'm enjoying it. Like I'm going around, I'm taking screenshots and whatever, and like, you know, just places look cool. It's a new area. You're trying to figure everything out. So I'd say like anything of a campaign, like the Dead Man's Tale mission, like, you know, exotic missions that pop up, secrets and stuff. I'd like doing that solo to experience it. And stuff I'd need a fire team for, well, the most obvious ones would be like raids and like, especially when a new expansions are, it's like trying to get, what is it, like a master this, master that. So I think like really only the content that requires you to need a coordinated team, I'd want a coordinated team for that. And if I can do it solo, I'd probably prefer to do it solo. But then, yeah, like when it's new and it's pinnacles and you're trying to level up, obviously I'll just LFG and get a team and just get it done. You know, it should save myself the stress. But if it's a new thing and I want to explore like every nook and cranny of it, I'll firstly go in, even if it's difficult as shit, I'll go in first to experience it. And then I don't mind then like doing, let's say, a strike or something. And then like when Gator says that, you know, you have some people that just run through it. Like I don't care. Like if someone pulls me and I'm joining allies, I've seen the level. I'm cool with it. I know how it is. And, you know, nothing can tarnish my first experience because I've already had my first experience. So usually
what
solo.
About the bounties?
That's what I was just going to say. Thank you, Hazel. That's the problem.
Even them, I do that by myself. Like maybe I think the first day and then maybe 2 days ago on Helios I joined up. But other than that, I was just doing it and just getting them done.
I have one here from Sir Monkey. Question for Mo. What's been your favorite game to take photos in? Loved your BioShock ones.
To be fair, I've not played too many games that have like photo mode in them. I liked Horizon Zero Dawn when I used to take a screenshot in the PlayStation 4, but like I kind of hate it as well. It's like a gift and a curse because I spend so much time. Like I swear I have so much time on Assassin's Creed Odyssey playing the game. I bet you like 30 to 40% of it is like me in photo mode and like just, they have so many settings. Although I'm not like a crazy, you know, how people do their screenshots on Twitter with their fucking high-end PCs and, you know, their screenshots are looking like something like a developer would probably put out.
Mm-hmm.
But like I don't tinker with it too much, but I do like, I don't know, if I see a really cool area, I just want to capture it and just share it just so, mainly just like, oh, this is a really cool place. I just put a photo of it. So it's on my Twitter. And then it's just really just a photo dump, like, you know, cool areas I found in the game kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I think favorite game, I'd either say it'd be Assassin's Creed Odyssey or Horizon Zero Dawn. Like just like pretty games.
Yeah, those are.
But then, good. Yeah, as these games get newer and newer, you know, it's just going to go up. It's probably going to be Forbidden West next because I've seen one of Paul Telsey's screenshots and I'm like, game looks good.
Yeah.
Like, but I can't play it.
I heard it's even better than the first game. The first game was outstanding.
That's always good to hear.
I mean, I'm talking as far as quality of the.
Yeah, that's always good to hear because you don't want to hear it like, oh, it's more of the same. You don't want to hear that. But then, you know, especially with how they make the games and especially like with PlayStation Studios, like, you know, they definitely take their time and get the game right. So I'd rather someone put like passion into the game than just release a game because, you know, oh, we had to release 3 games by 2025 kind of thing.
Right.
I don't think people do that much anymore, so that's good to hear.
Right. I got you.
Yep.
Okay, Hazel, I think
Thank
that's all.
Thank you to Battlefield 2042.
Oh, God.
All right. Let's see here. Question from Hades. Question for the show. If you could only use one emblem and one title for the rest of the year, which ones would you choose?
One emblem and one title, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. One emblem, I don't know. Maybe the Prophecy one. Prophecy one looks really good. Solar Flawless. All the rainbow colors. Looks pretty neat.
Yeah.
I do like that. Even though I've not rocked it in a while, but I know when I got it, I was like, yes! I'm glad I got a Solar Flawless simply for the emblem. And one title, I'd probably say, now that I recently got it, Riven's Vein. Simply because it requires a flawless raid completion of a difficult raid, I'd say. A lot of shit can go wrong, as I've noticed when doing my runs, where a Cabal Phalanx just spawns on top of me and I'm dead, or slaps me against a wall and I'm dead. So, yeah, enduring through random BS and getting a flawless raid completion where a whole team didn't die, I'd say Riven's Bane for sure.
Well, I'll say Wayfarer because you can't get it anymore, and it took a while to get that one. And that's one that little RNG had to be coming your way sometimes. Otherwise, you could run some stuff forever and never get it. So, yeah, Wayfarer. That's kind of I'm proud of that title because I really grind out for that one. And I'm looking at my emblems right now. I would say probably the cast iron emblem. It's the emblem. It's like has like embers, has the Iron Banner symbol with the 2 wolf's heads, like on fire, and you have like embers like floating off into the banner. It's like a dark banner with like a fiery. I love that one.
Yeah, I remember that one. Even though I don't like have too many Iron Banner ones, I do remember that one. It does look pretty nice.
They do such a good job on their Iron Banner emblems.
So. Oh, I'm just waiting for them to do a good job in the game mode. Oh,
it's coming. It's coming, Mo.
Yeah, I just thought I'd give the backhanded comment while I can.
I saw it coming. I saw your backhand.
So, Conqueror title, probably. Come on now. Why not?
Yeah, no, that's a good answer. That's a tough one.
And then the one that I like for the emblem would be the, what is it? I want to say that it's what Helios is rocking. No, it's not on that one. It's the one that's the bull's head.
Oh, Dead Man's Tale?
Yeah, from Dead Man's Tale.
Oh,
that does look pretty good.
That's a good one.
I was hovering it yesterday when I was trying to find the Twitch subscription one because I was finding something to match my I tend to match emblems with my character's shader or how they're looking. So, Hunter's all void, so you got a little void emblem. And I was like, that Dead Man Tail one still looks pretty good.
Yep.
The colors and everything, the design of it, it's really nice.
Did you get that, Gatr?
I think so. I can look at my collections. I don't have my game on, so I'm looking in dim. I don't have it in dim. It's the one where you it's the one where you soloed it, right? No. Is it the one where you?
I think it's Master.
Yeah, I did it. I gotten that before. I don't have it on right now, but
Master Flawless, I think.
I don't think it was Flawless. I think you just had to do the Master.
Well, there's one. It's like one of them's Master Flawless.
Master Flawless. Yeah, it's got the fire and I know what you're talking about. It's I've got that one. I don't have it on, but you didn't have to go Flawless. You just had you had to go Flawless, but you didn't have to do it solo. You could
right.
So I did it with a fire team and got it that way. Yeah, I got that one. I know one you're talking about. It's the bull with the horn bull, the Texas.
Yeah,
I know one you're talking about. It's really bright. I have one from DataBio, and he says, in your opinion, which class has the better drip? In other words, has the better looking exotics and transmog? We're probably going to be in agreement here, but Mo, what do you think? Which class?
The drip? It's hard. I play all three, and I really like looks for all three.
Yeah.
I'd say...
I know what you're not going to say.
What am I not going to say?
No, go ahead. I don't want to steer.
No, go ahead. Tell me what
you're
I'm
not going to say
Warlock. Whether you're right.
Because Warlock, as much as I love Warlock, they just don't look as drippy as the other.
I mean, the Thorn set does look pretty nice on my Warlock. I've literally not changed off it.
It does.
And I do like the transmog, the ornament for the transversive steps. I literally just...
Oh yeah.
I solely rock them because it's just so easy to run, reload your gun.
Yeah.
So good with the rocket launcher as well. I don't have to reload itself.
I've got all the for that exotic.
I'd say probably Hunters.
Yeah.
Like I really like the Empyrean Cartographer set, the Eververse set that you got for the Universal Ornaments in Season of the Undying.
I remember that one. Looks
really good. Then on top of that, I didn't actually have the set, but the Shadows set for Crown of Sorrow for the Hunter looked insane. Like the helmet, I know everyone wanted that. Looked really good. So I'd probably go Hunter. I mean, I do like some of my armor sets on the Titan as well, but I'd probably say Hunter just edges it.
Well, we know what Hazel's answer is going to be, but go ahead, Hazel.
What's my answer going to be?
It's going to be Hunter.
It's going to be Hunter, huh?
Well, it could be Titan. It's definitely going to be Warlock. You hardly even look at Warlocks.
I don't know. I mean, they exist.
Yeah.
They're there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They eat the food I put on the table for them, I guess.
They haven't been deleted from the game.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for your patronage.
Yeah. So, I lean toward Hunter, yeah. But I do believe that, I mean, Warlocks have those awesome looking capes, or not the capes, but the jacket.
Yeah, it's like a leather coat. It's like, you know what it is? It's like the Matrix leather coat, like a long coat.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the thing. I think that Warlocks have it sneaky because they have absolute ass for arms and legs.
Yeah, they have no impact. Like you don't get to see much of it because you have a big ass fucking cloak.
Yeah.
So like, if you have terrible shoes and you got like an open dress, it does not look nice.
No, you got to definitely.
And then if you have really good shoes, then it's like, oh, okay, go. But you have a big ass long coat completely covering everything. So that long coat has to be the fucking sexiest long coat in the world because it's going to cover just about everything else.
And the Warlock one is out of 100, it is.
Yeah, and the Warlock bond is like right off into the corner. Like when you see on the character screen, it's like 90 degrees, like on the side, like literally shoulder level. Like you can't even see that. You can see it in the character screen, but like practically, I don't know. It's like a really, really wide angle badge. I'd say Hunters look cool. I think every class has like many cool looks you can make paired with exotics or just on their own with universal sets. Or, if you want to get really creative, be on Destiny fashion, make your own fucking personal look that you like, but make your character look like a character from a TV show or a movie or something. I don't know how people have creativity like that, but I swear I've seen like an Iron Man tie and I'm like, yes, that looks cool. Yeah, I could never have done it myself though.
The art in Destiny is just awesome. They do such a great job.
Yeah, I mean, Warlocks, they got that Phoenix Protocol ornament called Phoenix Fall.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yes.
I got it.
That's absolutely the best ornament in the game.
It's like a disco ball.
Agreed.
What? What the hell are you talking about?
You're talking about the all silver one. All silver one, right? Like silver metallic?
Yeah, silver with silver wings on it.
It's all feathers, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, fuck me running.
I'm sure I got it. I got all the ornaments for my Warlock. I still lean toward Hunter, though, because there's something about a cape, man. There's something about wearing a cape that just so badass.
Honestly, on my Hunter, I swear I'm on my Hunter now. I'm going to check how many fucking capes I have either unlocked through universal ornaments.
Yeah, I do too.
Or just in total.
Now,
I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, those capes are pretty cool.
I would say, though, if you're looking at a specific ornament set for my Hunter, I would have to say the Trials of Osiris stuff, the Pyrrhic Ascent. Did I say it? Pyrrhic?
Pyrrhic Ascent.
Pyrrhic Ascent, thank you. But I do make an exception on the cape. I have the Scorpion Tail. The Celestial Cloak is beautiful I don't change it. I have the frickin' Scorpion Tail on it. It's just badass. And I haven't seen anything yet that looks better than that. So, I mean, I do have a Titan that has the Contender set on it. You remember that? It looks like the racing gear. And I look like the guy in Tron on my Titan. I love the look of it. But it's called the Contender set. And I've got like red and it looks
Guardian game set, I'm assuming.
It's
yes, it was.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't main Hunter. I mean, it's my second most used character, but I have 34 cloaks unlocked, either through Universal or some I've unlocked personally through older ornaments, and that's just mud.
You can't beat a cloak,
34.
Man. You can't beat a cloak. It's just something about it. Anyway, what do you think, Hazel? A couple more questions? One each?
Yeah, let's do one each.
Okay, go for it.
We have an early day tomorrow with a raid and everything.
That's what I'm thinking. And I haven't done my pinnacles yet.
And also, it's only 6:30 a.m. for our guest.
It's fine.
He wanted to stay up late, so
yeah.
But that's no excuse.
I shit you not though. Early on, before I logged in, like I think at 9 p.m. my time, I didn't have any food. Like I was still waiting to have some food. So I was like, okay, now man, Gatr was probably right, man. Am I even gonna make this? I'm feeling shattered. Then I had something to eat, and I was like, Gatr was wrong, man. I'm cool. So I just needed to eat something. That was it.
That's funny. All right. Okay. I really, really, really want to go with that, but that's a good question too.
We have a lot of good questions, man. Unfortunately, we only have so much time.
I know, right?
Mo's Corner took up a lot of time. You know?
Nah.
We had a lot to talk about.
I just
tonight.
think, we've just been discussing a lot.
This is the problem we have every week, Mo. We have so much to talk about, and we only have one show to put it in. So,
true.
Well, we do the timestamps.
So, I'll go with this one from Big Briggs, 28.
Okay.
What's the first game you ever beat or finished? For me, it was Yoshi's Island.
I want to say it was a Mario game. And yes, Gatr, it's Mario and not Mario.
When you talking about Mario 64? What are you talking about?
Mario. It's never going to be Mario.
17
Mario
years.
Christmas.
It's me, Mario!
It's me, Mario. No, see, it's just not the same.
It's me.
It's a me.
It's a me, Mario. That didn't sound right, did it? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think it was Mario. If not, then it was probably like a Donkey Kong game, like one of those. It's really fun games that just really they could take up so much of my time and I'd be fine. The thing is though, it was so long ago, I can't even remember the actual name of the game. That's why I'm saying it was the Mario or a Donkey Kong game, but like no idea. It could have been all together. It could have been a whole party game like Mario and Friends, and I'd be like, probably. So, yeah, if not that, then I'd probably say like a fighting game like Tekken. I just really enjoyed like just fighting with like, I think there's a character called Eddie. And like how he just like fucking freestyle dancing as he's fighting. And I'm just like, that's fucking cool as shit. How you like freestyle dancing, but kicking someone in the head and then chopping them from the below and like just breaking their ankles. I'm like, this guy's cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, obviously Tekken or some Mario game.
Okay. How about you, Hazel? Oh, you asked.
I asked the question.
Okay.
So
okay. All right.
Amateur.
I mean,
bullshit.
I did beat Donkey Kong, the original Donkey Kong, but I would say probably the one of most. I have a hard time finishing games. I can start them, hard time finishing them, but I would say one game I definitely stuck it out through, and it was because it was a damn good game. Was Medieval. It was a PlayStation game.
That's like the only game I think you've ever played.
No,
besides
it's just the one it's the only one I can really remember, and it had a really great story, and yeah. I mean, obviously all the Call of Duty campaigns and all that. I finished all those. Those are fantastic, but we're talking about the whole game.
Yeah, he's talking about like the first one.
It'd be Donkey Kong. That was my first complete, and how many quarters I wasted on that game. Oh my God, dude. They made a lot of money off my little butt. All right, now it's your turn to answer, Hazel.
Okay, so luckily I did some research into this one. So I was able to find out that my first game that I beat was a Mario game, not Mario, for the record.
Nice.
And it was Super Mario Land for the Game Boy.
Wow. Okay.
I can't even pretend to be like, yo, that game was so cool. Because, you know, memory. I have no fucking idea. And he probably wasn't even around. Who knows?
But most of the
Mario, I mean, I'm not trying to say you're old. You're probably not old, but yeah.
Most of the Mario games are very similar. I mean,
what kind of game?
Mario games. They were all very
17 years, and I mean, I'm pretty sure that it's going to end in death, probably by year like 4.
We'll be two old guys yelling at each other on the front porch.
It's Mario. It's Mario. It's Mario. It's Mario. Get off my fucking lawn until you say it's Mario.
I'm going to chase him with my cane. Okay. I'm going to finish.
You only have like 20 years on me, but yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'll have a cane. You'll be faster still, probably. I'm going to end it here with a question from Sephiroth. Question for the show. If you had to choose any character from Destiny to decorate your home, who would it be and why?
Initially, before I seen all these seasonal stuff, I probably would have gone with Crow. I don't know, because like at least his gear looks pretty neat.
Yeah.
But then after seeing him in this story, and he's a bit like, oh no, we can't be doing this to Guardians. I think it'd just be pretty like, pretty loomy, doomy, and gloomy. And I was like, I don't know. Maybe he's just coming to terms with who he is, but yeah.
He's in pain. He's in pain right now. Okay, give him a break.
Let's say 8-1. You know, transmog vendor.
Nice.
Clearly, she has some taste. If not, then whoever the fuck is giving Ada1 these materials to make basically me. So my Guardian would be the best. Yeah. There you go.
Okay. Hazel, who you hiring?
I'm gonna go with Shax.
Just because I love Lance Reddick, I would say Zavala. He look. I mean, you've ever seen his office? It's very neat and organized, and I like that kind of look.
Someone's trying to get your work done, and he's like, smashes the fucking desk. For fuck's sake!
What do you want me to do with this stupid worm? People?
Not green. I said cream, not green. Indeed.
Yes.
You have hearing impairment.
Indeed. All right. Good questions, guys. I'm sorry. We try to get to as many as we can every week, guys. But don't worry. They're not going anywhere. They're right there. They're pinned in our Discord. We don't get rid of them. We don't recycle every week. We hang on to every question. And if we didn't answer it this week.
The environment, dude. What's wrong with you?
I know.
Honestly.
We'd have a 10-hour podcast then. So
we probably would.
Yeah. So thank you, everyone, for your questions. And don't stop. Keep throwing them in there. We pick a bunch of them every week, and hopefully we'll get to yours. So we thank you. All right, Mr. Fudd, I think it's that time, brother.
Guardian Downcast. Guardian Downcast. Yeah, Guardian Downcast. This is an intro. Guardian Downcast. Guardian not copyright. Guardian Downcast.
Almost there.
Almost there. All right, ladies and germs. This is where we pick our songs for our Guardian Downcast show playlist. It's now on Spotify and iTunes, and we have 931 songs. It's basically a musical history of our show since July of 2019 when we first started doing this. You believe we're going to hit 3 years in July? That's going to get here before you know it, Hazel. Yeah, we're onto our fourth season now. It's awesome.
Holy hell.
Yeah. So if you want to follow along, I'll put the links all in our show notes. You might find some stuff in there that you might want to put in your own collection maybe. Or just follow along and listen to it. I mean, we have 931 songs. I don't think you're going to run out. All right, Mo. You kind of brushed on it earlier, but what are you picking this week, brother?
All right. So, song number 1 will be from the band I was talking about. That's my favorite band, Dreamcatcher. So, yeah, this is a Dreamcatcher, a group that debuted in 2017. They debuted earlier, 5 of the 7 members in 2014 under a different group name, but for whatever reason, either their company decided to rebrand, shake things up. But I'm glad they did, because their first concept was like, or the first group was like light, bubbly, proper pop kind of color, pop kind of vibe they were going for, and now it's like dark, rock, maybe goth kind of vibe, you know?
Say prog rock? Kind of?
Just rock. I don't know what kind of rock it is.
Okay.
You'll have to find out for yourself.
All right, fine.
I'm not no musical senpai over here. But I'd say that's the first song. And the second song is by Red Velvet, Psycho. They have quite a lot of good songs that people can get introduced into K-pop. This one was like, let's say quite a lot of the artists that we have, like solo artists, they're like, maybe they're from abroad. So like they go to Korea and they train and they become an artist, and then they tend to have like bilingual songs. This one is like a Korean group. So they have like little nuances and little sentences here and there. So you can make out some bits and like it. But again, the good thing about, especially like the popular groups, like they all have subtitles and CCs in their YouTube videos. So if you really like a song and you just want to know what they're talking about, you can actually see the CCs when you're watching it on YouTube. And they actually generally have really good music videos. So this is Red Velvet Psycho. It's like an R&B track with elements of trap and future bass. Thank you, Google, because I have no idea what future bass is. But hey, you go for it. You like future bass? Yo, it's in the future for you. Just go listen to it. And yeah, I really like their songs. Especially if you go through the Psycho song, it'll probably take you to the album. In and Out is the song after that, which is pretty nice as well. But yeah, it's all just, I guess, its own flavor of music. And, sometimes you vibe with it, sometimes you don't. But I just thought I'd share these two.
Yeah.
And hope you like them.
Thanks, man.
Nice.
Thanks for doing your homework. That was cool. I'm
yeah,
inspired.
I thought, might as well. Bring my little, Gator brain over here.
Hell yeah. I'm inspiring people. I love it.
All right. So, again, this time I actually have songs, but I did add them like super late, like AKA during the show.
Literally lastminute.com.
Yes, I did. So yes, I basically have been busy playing Destiny, trying to sleep, things like that. So, my first song that I'm adding is Measure of a Man by FKA Twigs and Central C. It's sort of a bluesy, it's got kind of like a James Bond kind of feel to it. So yes, there's that. Okay. And then, my second song is from DJ Beatbox. It's the, Ritmo Vocal Zocoloyo.
Okay.
So that's all I'm going to say about that. Besides the fact that, just that, if you know, and if you don't know, then,
if they need to know, you gotta find out.
Have to listen and find out. All right. Okay. For my first pick, I have a couple new discoveries this week. I found
bullshit.
No, I did.
No way.
I found a brand new Canadian American rock band. And this is their
I thought you were going to say rap music.
No. This is their very first major song release. And their album's not even out yet. It's kind of a fresh new sound with a female lead vocalist. Think of an Angry Cranberries, but I actually got some really cool vibes from this song. The name of the vocalist, by the way, is Maya Wynn. She's brand new on the scene, and it's the band Envy of None. They have a self-titled album that's going to drop on April 8th, so check that out when it comes out. This single was just released early on my playlist on Spotify, and I said, man, I have to throw this out there. It's a good song. For my second song, this is an American rock band from Ann Arbor, Michigan. They formed in 2002. They have a very unique sound. I couldn't pass up on this song because they actually describe their music as wonky rock. Don't ask me what that means, but when you hear the song, you'll kind of understand. You guys be the judge on it. It's the band Tally Hall, and their strange but cool song is called Ruler of Everything, and it's from the album Marvin's Marvelous Mechanical Museum. It's from 2005. Cool sound, cool vibe. I think you'll like it. It's definitely not what I usually pick. It's something definitely fresh and new. So, and it's not prog rock.
Instead of old and Gatr.
Old and busted. You got the new hotness.
Only 1 minute left.
Couple of announcements before we go. Hazel, I think you had an announcement, right? We got scrims starting up again.
Yes, scrims are going to be in full effect starting this Wednesday. Aside from that, let me see here. So we are going to do a raid night. I don't know exactly when. I'm going to see about maybe like a Saturday. Ooh. So that way we can get maximum people, and it will be only the new raid. So I'm sorry if you still need your Vex. If you need that, we'll get it set up. I promise.
By the way, last night we did a VOG with our day one raid group. No Vexes. We had 3 people in the group. Half the fire team didn't have a Vex yet. No drop. Thanks, Bungie.
You know why that happened?
Why?
Because you paid for the content, not for the exotic. There, boom. Served.
Listen to that.
That being said, was I a little bitch when I wasn't getting exotics every week? Yes, I was. But eventually I did. I don't know how many runs it took, like 47. I swear I made a Twitter post about it. I was like, yeah.
That's a lot, man. That's a lot of runs.
But yeah. But again, it's like, half of those times I was running them for the pinnacles. And the other parts I was also doing master runs and whatever. Right. And then maybe like 10 or 15 of them I was like, all right, game, give me the vet. Okay, no. Okay. Well, we'll try next week. Give me the vet. Okay. Son of a. Maybe next week. Yeah, and I just gave up hope, and that's when they gave it. So you just have to give up hope, and then you'll get it.
Just don't care. Gotcha.
Yeah. Shit exotic. Never will use it anyway.
I tried that method earlier, and it didn't work, but I finally
You tried it too early. See, that's the problem.
Yeah, I finally did get it. I think it, and in all honesty, it took me like 12 runs. It didn't take me that many. So I can't complain now. You
did it the smart way. You played probably once a week, and that was it.
That's
Everyone else did like 3 a week.
And on the same character.
Not got it yet.
I never varied it. It's always the same character. So, not that it meant any difference.
Nice.
It didn't mean any difference. But Hazel, was there anything else you wanted to mention before we move on? Scrims.
Still doing the healthy contest. That's still out there. And then aside from that, that's pretty much it.
Are we still going with that bet that Sweaty Spooks mentioned last week? I guess we got to mention it because I guess it's on. Because I think Sweaty Spooks said, "All right, I heard you guys on the show say it." So our Hazel and I's new wager idea is going to be who gets first to Legend and Comp.
Oh yes,
that's
going to be interesting.
I'm not going to be doing it this week. I'll just tell you right now. And I think I told Hazel, let's wait till after the day one raid, and then we'll earnestly jump in there and start doing it. Start knocking it out, see how far we can get. So just want to shout out our patrons and our Patreon raid boss, Mr. Basically NACL. Just a quick reminder and thank you to our Patreon members out there. You know who you are. The support you guys have offered has been awesome. And I just put out a little comedic, that's a stretch. But I was playing with my soundboard the other night, and I was on the floor laughing, just having fun using this thing. And I figured, what the hell, I'll throw it in a file and send it to you guys. So hopefully you guys got a kick out of that this week. I want to thank everybody for supporting us. And if you do want to support us via Patreon, it's patreon.com/support Guardian Downcast, all one word. And you can join our patrons for less than a Twitch or YouTube subscription. So check that out if you're interested. Visit our page, see if it's something you want to do. I think we have 4 tiers, I believe. Depends on what you want to do or how many benefits you want to get from it. So, yeah, that's a wrap. Another episode in our collection. We have 136 other episodes with interviews from gamers all over our community. So take a look at those, especially if you're just finding out about us. And Mo, man, I got to say, man, I had a great time tonight. You came prepared, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I mean, does that really take much effort? I don't know. I thought I'd be against you for once. Does it even require effort to just show up? I don't know. Nah. You say you show up, but you clearly must have some sort of planning. There's no way you can wing the whole show on. It's just ridiculous. If you can, then fucking props to you. You got some gargantuan brain. But yeah.
No,
we did some notes.
we do planning. And I mean, my God, dude, we've done 136 episodes, so 137 tonight.
37
so.
now.
Ooh. Yeah, we've had a little practice. So yeah. Thanks, man. This is the time where, anyone you want to shout out or you want to shout out any of your contact info where people can find you out there? Either or both.
Shout out to Helios for running the Nightfalls with us. You absolute legend. Nice. It wasn't anything necessarily difficult, but we were just having fun, trying to get some maybe Nightfall weapons or getting some pinnacles. So yeah, cheers for joining in, buddy. As opposed to contact info, I guess Twitter is Mo_Hafo, whereas Steam and PlayStation is MoHafo, just together.
Okay.
And I guess if you care for the Bungie name, it's MoHafo #4452. Because why not? I could clearly do with a bigger friends list where I have no idea who is who. Because there's just so many people online playing the game. Yeah. But yeah, we're fine. It's a good problem to have, I guess.
Yes, it is.
It is.
But yeah, just glad I can be on the podcast. And this time around, I actually have a mic. Like last time I was on a podcast with Guardian Hub and it's like, I had my phone. It was like really late. Well, not late like this late, but it was like late for me in terms of where my sleeping was at. So I was just being really quiet and people were sleeping. Whereas now I just feel like I could just go crazy. So I'll at least speak like clearly enough. So
yeah, thanks for that. Your mic quality was on par, man. It was beautiful tonight. It was great to hear.
It's good to hear.
Great sound. It makes my job easier, dude. Makes my job
35-pound microphone. Yeah, we take those. USB microphone, by the way. Not bad at all.
It doesn't. You can get a decent mic for not a whole lot of money these days.
Yeah. It's just better than a normal headset mic because those are primarily better for the audio, not the audio in the headset, not the audio that's coming out of the mic.
Right. It's usually
and then unless you're getting a really expensive one, then yeah.
Yeah. It's usually an
just cheaper
afterthought.
to get.
I mean, all you're having to do is just communicate with people, and they don't really care what kind of quality that is. So, for the most part, thanks,
I'm
man.
glad I could be on the show.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it, man.
I'll be watching along, and if there's any stupid shit that gets caught, I'll be sure to capture it and post it.
I'm sure you'll post it, and I'll see it.
There'll be plenty of stuff.
Very cool. There always is.
That's the great thing about this show. There's always some shenanigans going on.
Of course. That's the character, man. That's what we love doing.
I'm okay with it. I'm fine.
Thanks,
man. There's nothing wrong about that. We love character. Yeah. Thanks for having me on again. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Yes,
Hazel.
Thank you.
Hazel, where can people find you, good sir?
Hazel NT. Anywhere and everywhere, except for Twitch, where I am the Hazel NT.
Where you'll be streaming the Raid 1 race? Day 1 race?
Yes, the Day 1 Raid race, yes.
Raid race, yes.
Although it's not going to be much of a race. I'm not anticipating the title, but I am looking for a Day 1 clear, though.
On Day 1 crawl? It's fine.
Great.
As long as you crawl over the line, it's fine.
Yes.
That would be great. I'd love to see that. That's for sure.
I think I'd stand a better chance getting a pub crawl, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we got a really chill group. We got a fun group we're gaming with this week.
It's just one of those accomplishments you'd like to have. Like, you played a raid with no knowledge on day 1 and you beat it.
Yeah.
Yep.
on contest mode and you got the day one emblem, it doesn't matter what it looks like. You just caught day one. So, it's like an achievement to tick off kind of thing.
It's a flex, man. It's a flex.
Here's hoping you guys have a great time in that.
I hope so.
Yeah, same to you, man.
I hope.
Cheers.
I hope so.
Appreciate it.
You can find me on Twitter at Todd the Gatr. Remember, that's Gatr. You can also find me on Steam and PS5 as Gatr, Gatr, all caps. Don't forget the underscores. And I'm on YouTube as well, spelled the same way. Or you can just type in Gatr-Guarding Down Cast, where we actually post our episodes as well as any other podcast app or distributor out there. We're on all of them. We're on Instagram, all that good stuff too. Just go to guardiandowncast.com if you want to find out about us and where all our contact stuff is. I have all of this, by the way, in our show description every week in our show notes. And don't forget, we do put our timestamps in if you want to just jump around and listen to certain parts of our show instead of, going through the entire show. Don't have to do that anymore. You can zip.
Unless you want to.
Well, I'm hoping they want to, Hazel, but they
want to hear your bad opinions. So yeah,
of course they want to make fun of me. We can't go anywhere though. You know what we got to do, right? We got to do a scum desk corner.
Something about a corner,
something about a corner.
Oh.
All right.
Mo's corner, didn't we?
No, yeah, but we got a scum desk corner now.
Oh. Yeah, there's 2 corners to the podcast.
Two corners. Well, there's 4 corners total. But
there's 4 corners.
There's
but
2 corners tonight. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Uncle Scumdeath, what's going on this week, brother?
Hello, welcome to Scumdeath's Corner. There's nothing funnier than when your 19-year-old stepdaughter comes home. She brought some boy back last night, and she's lost her phone. And it looks like she's been legging it along and fell and scraped her face against the pavement. Absolutely hilarious. He's kicking off. She can't find her phone. Tell you what, you moan at me for being old, but I don't go out. And I don't get into that type of shenanigans anymore. I used to, fair enough. When I was 20, 19, whatever, I did it all. And I'm just like looking at the people that doing what I used to do. It's hilarious. You can't find a phone. Oh my God, it's the worst thing in the world. And she's got a massive scab on her face. She's upstairs kicking right off with the missus. Tell you what, get fucked. You snooze, you lose. Love you all. Bye.
Thank you, Uncle Scumdeath.
I fucking love that.
He's great. He's great in it. It's great. Yeah, I mean, kids can't live without their phones, man. I tried to give my kids $100 if they can go a week without their phone. They didn't make it a day, man. Hey everyone. Remember, as you're raiding out there this weekend, go out and touch grass, take breaks, make sure you drink plenty of water, and or that too, and get snacks. Get snacks. Make sure you nourish.
Did you say touch ass?
I said touch grass.
I said what's grass, but hey, if we're talking about grass, the only grass we should be touching is some great ass.
Well, that'll work.
Ass.
That'll work.
There you go.
I'll buy it. All right. Thank you all so very much for listening.
The weight of the world was on your shoulders, and still you triumphed. Marvelous.
And later, Guardian.
Guardian? Wait, no, that's a different podcast.
Get toddled.
Classic. Hey, listeners, this is the bonus content at the end of the show. For those of you who are hardcore, I have a pet peeve, and I have it with Bungie. Thanks to Mr. Monkey and me losing my bet that he would do Legendary solo. Good job, by the way. I have the name for the week, and my name is Entitled because my name is Todd. Good choice of words. Well done, sir. But I have a pet peeve, and I'm going to live up to my name today. What is up with this XP bonus that you unlock on your season pass? But you can only get it if you join on someone in a fire team. I don't understand this, Bungie. Why make it so difficult? You know, I'll be up playing at 2 a.m. and... Hello? Anybody there? I know it's 2 a.m., but is someone around I can join on? I need to turn in my bounties. You know, to get my bonus XP? Anybody out there? Hello? Man, where is everybody? So what do, you know? They say you just are supposed to join on someone in the, in the tower. So I'm like, all right, fine. I'll go to the tower. Problem solved.
Hello? Excuse me, can I have your attention, please? Can I join on somebody? I need to turn in my bounties. Hello? Can you guys hear me? I need to turn my bounties in, so I can get my bonus XP. Can I join on you? Hello? Bueller?
It's crazy. And what am I going to be, like a, weirdo and join people just randomly and hope that they're going to go to the tower? Hello there, fellow Guardian. How are you, sir or madam? I was wanting to see if I can follow you to the tower. I need to turn my bounties in, to get my XP bonus. What? Why'd you leave the fire team? Hello? Where'd you go? I just feel weird joining on people.
The end is near. I will soon be here with death, fire, and destruction. Life will be pain. Your only peace will be death. Excuse me? Hey, over there. Yeah, you. Can I join on you? I need to turn my bounties in. To get the XP bonus. No? Yeah, okay. It's alright. No, it's alright. I'll be bringing death soon enough. Especially to you.
I don't know. It just seems like a weird way to get extra XP. I mean, give me my bonus, Bungie. I earned it. I'm entitled. I need my XP bonus. Why should I have to jump through hoops to get my extra XP? I've earned it. It's on the season pass bar. It's right there. I'm looking right at it.
Give me my bonus, Bungie. Give it to me. I'm gonna cry. If you don't give me my bonus, I don't want to join on anybody. I don't wanna. You better give it to me right now. If you don't, I'm telling Mom.
I don't know. Just something that was at the top of my mind today. And I have a feeling a lot of you are sharing in my pain. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being trivial. I'll get to finally use my soundboard. Yeah, I know. Hazel's rolling his eyes right about now. But, hey, thanks for listening. We love everyone out there that listens to our crazy podcast. And for those of you who are diehards and waited till the end for the outtakes, hey, thanks. And later, Guardian. right, that's a wrap. Let's go play with some Witch Queen.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.